It's going. It just needs to catch up to the delay. I'm just going straight live to Twitch as well, so we'll just have that going. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. This is my normal voice. Okay, hold on. I'll get it. Okay, hold on. I'll get it. Okay. Let me figure out what's going on. Oh, wait. I think I got it. Yeah, this is this is still just shitty XSplit not re-importing how I had stuff set up. So let me figure this out. Yeah. Check. Okay, one of you guys say something. Check. Okay, it's picking up me. Now you guys say something. It's picking up TJ's recorder. Okay. Hey, XSplit, thanks for not just like remembering how I had shit set up. So whenever the delay catches up, you should be able to listen to it. John's pretending to talk. Cool. I know your game. So I hear clicking. I hear keyboarding. This is gonna be a good high energy episode.
Welcome to Born in the 80s episode, whatever episode number this is.
All right, Matt, like, did you get the audio problems figured out?
It should be. You can give it a listen as soon as the stream delay catches up.
Here's me talking, and Matt, you talk.
This is me talking. This is how I talk.
All right, TJ.
My mom is stream delay. Totally.
All right.
That's inappropriate, TJ.
Yeah, my mom's actually dead.
Okay, I think that sounds pretty good. I'm just gonna turn Matt up a little bit because you're always way quieter.
Am I?
No, it's that I always get super loud. So.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
How about this?
Oh man, what
how does this sound?
I had a bunch of Taco Bell.
Jealous.
Did you see this?
I want that. How does this sound? That sounds like a good volume.
Yeah. Everything sounds good. So.
I
Oh,
messed
Matt,
with
you
my
wanna do
mic
something
so
on-
I could hear myself better, so I was afraid I threw out the balance. What?
You wanted to do something with face mites?
Oh, well, I learned about that, and I thought it might be a good science corner if you needed one.
Oh. Wow. Let's do
There's-
that one next week because I have one for this week.
This.
Yeah. Yeah, our bodies are horrible. Let me just tweet it out. So let me get my tweet salad figured out. My delicious hashtag salad. Maybe that'll be
Suck.
maybe that'll be the hashtag. Hashtag.
Oh, Wait.
Hashtag salad.
you liked the YouTube video that we're currently recording right now?
Congressional baseball game. That's a hashtag I'm using. Hashtag why I need an intervention. E3 2017. What other hashtags can I use? Another E3.
I don't know. I saw Mike Pence was in the news.
Drive-in mob. Pence. Hashtag.
Hashtag Twitter changes.
Obstruction. Hashtag Twitter.
Oh yeah, you should
Dang it.
definitely talk about the Twitter mobile update because if
It's
anything
also
gets.
It just happened to its site too.
Oh really?
I just
If
noticed it
anything
now, yeah.
gets people talking on Twitter, it's complaining about Twitter.
Ba-da-ba-da-ba-da.
I need another hashtag. That's legit. What else do we do here? Hey guys, what do we do here?
What?
Exactly.
Hey Matt.
What do we
That's
do
what
here?
beverages.
Bullshit.
Yeah, I did that too.
Matt, I got a
Mostly-
question for you.
Who's
What?
Matt, I got a question for you.
What?
What's the difference? What's the difference between a piano,
try calling it?
a tuna, and a pot of glue?
A piano, a tuna, and a pot of
And
glue.
a pot of glue. What's the difference between?
There's a lot of differences.
Nope. Here it is. You can tune a piano, but you can't piano a tuna.
What? I'm
What's
so
the pot of
confused.
glue for?
Oh, I knew you'd get stuck on that.
Yeah.
Oh. Okay.
See, I knew he was feeding. I just had to finish feeding it.
All right.
You know,
What's
that's just the
what's
PC
Harry
version of
Potter's
the,
favorite way to get down a hill?
Walking, J.K. Rowling.
Oh, damn it. You're on to me. Oh, I wish I had my fidget spinner.
I'm glad you
Look
don't.
at my daughters.
Are you ready to start? Oh, look at this. He's got a golden one.
It's a crappy one. It needs to be a WD-40 to build a little
What
bit.
kind
But
of
it's my-
fidget spinner is that? It's not even the
It's a
traditional shape.
No, it's not.
There is a
It's the garbage one
traditional
my daughter
shape
got.
now.
There is.
Yeah.
The ones
all
that
right,
have the bearings in each of the 3 sides.
I'm gonna go get
the ones
my
that might work.
fidget spinner. I'll be
Okay, I'm
right
gonna check
back.
I'm gonna check the Twitch streamy dude.
Yep. All right, I'll be back in 2 shakes. I also have to turn the
One
camera off so I can
shake,
put pants on.
2 shake.
Oh god.
Speaking of shakes, I don't know where my... Oh, here they are. So let's say I don't know where my glasses are.
Okay, let's make sure this is sounding. Okay, that sounds like the way it's supposed to sound. Cool beans.
I hear myself.
Nice glasses.
Thank you. Can I not blink for the entire podcast? This would be great.
Can you? That seems more like a question you should be asking yourself.
I just have to blink between frames. It's fine.
What's our frame rate here?
I don't know. So that means I have to. Well, it's 1/60th of a second. My eyes are hurting. Right,
we're
Freya?
at about 30 frames per second right now. 30 FPSs.
My glasses are the wrong way. Okay.
No, they're not. That's how they go. Kids, they think they know everything.
He said that's how they go.
Hi, bitches.
Bye.
John, I hope you, and TJ, I hope you both kept a real close track of the E3 stuff, because I kept track
kinda
of the
did.
Microsoft conference, and that was about it.
It got really complicated because it seems like half of the announcements happened after the actual conferences,
Yeah.
especially on Nintendo's side.
Wait, guys.
Holy crap!
Yeah. Oh, I didn't see the Nintendo Direct at all.
Oh, he's got the... I don't have the straw thing on mine. So it doesn't work like that.
Oh, I could
That's
do that
killer.
too. Hold on. It's just yeah. This is about the same. Same
Dope.
thing, right?
Yeah, exactly.
That's better.
I think it would be nice if we had a
Are we ready to
soothing
go?
white noise pillow to lay
Why
this
I need an
podcast down.
intervention? Was that a trending?
Yeah, I guess. That's what
Okay.
Twitter's talking about. It's all the rage these days. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 270. I'm your host, Matt
Hey!
Haig, joined...
Come on.
May.
And I'm... Fidget
And
Spinner
I
420X. That's my new millennial, do you have the video up, or are we still going splash screen? Just wondering.
I didn't think we started officially yet. Now the video's up.
Yeah, just put it up. It's fine.
People couldn't see this fucking sick-ass fidget spinning tricks that I'm doing here. It's
I'm
all
gonna
fidget
go through
spinning
my
tricks,
parents'
all-
basement and see if they still have my sweet aluminum yo-yo, and then I'll show you guys. I'll show you.
Is it one of those glow-in-the-dark ones? Or one that
Yo-yos
Oh,
lights
yeah.
up?
suck. They aren't as cool
was-
as fidget
it was-
spinners.
Aluminum,
Ow!
and it was like that butterfly shape. Yeah, it was the
TJ, you need to
coolest.
make that. You need to make that spin on the video like you did before. Like
I mean, actually,
without using your hands.
Oh yeah, that.
with compressed air.
Yeah.
You mean like earlier when he spun it on his dick?
that makes the best noise, by the way. It sounds like an
It does.
airplane taking off.
It's amazing.
Hey, let's.
I don't
want to
drop
show.
this.
Is that metal though, TJ?
Yes,
Is it, it's
it's
premium.
metal.
Mine's
no,
metal
this
too.
this is metal, but it's garbage.
Mine's got the joints. So
Yeah, mine doesn't.
it's built for.
It's
all
also not
sorts of
mine. It's my
extra
daughter's.
tricks. All right.
And she's gonna get really mad at me when she finds out I'm using it.
Dad, you're
Anyway.
using my fidget spinner.
I'm ready.
Cool.
Welcome to Born in the
When are we
80s,
starting?
episode 270. We're starting right now. I'll leave this call.
That's fine. We'll do this without you.
Fuck, my knee hurts. Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 270. I'm your host, John Rowe, joined by my co-hosts.
Internationally renowned GIF creator Matt Haig.
And just some guy, TJ May.
Nice. Well, guys, some stuff happened over the week. You guys want to chat about it? E3 is officially over. Doors closed today.
So
Yep,
it's time to start our
E3's
2018 E3 predictions. I'm going to start with the announcement of the Xbox One X2
Yep.
Pro.
Mine, Xbox 420X. Xbox XX 420XX is the next one.
There's already a product that has 420X in the name.
Really? What's that?
Yeah, it's the Turtle Beach Stealth 420X wireless headset.
Wow. They already beat him to it.
Really?
Yes.
The
The whole idea was-
420X 360 no scope wireless headset.
Yeah. Heyo.
All right, let's go over what happened in E3, guys.
Terry Crews is in Crackdown 3.
No, let's go through our predictions first
Oh, come on.
and show how wrong we were.
No, I was right
So
about
wrong.
everything except for the stuff I wasn't.
All right, I will go through my predictions for E3 EA. Visceral
Yep.
Star Wars game further along, fall 2018. Did not show up at all.
Nope.
Tony Hawk's EA Sports game did not show up at all. EA, I don't know if you guys want to give me partial credit for this. They did not mention esports more than 5 times, but they did do like a 5-minute esports montage. But they
I'll
only
give you a
mentioned
half
it one
point
time.
for that.
I think that's
Yeah.
worth a half point. Because they only... I would have said maybe I deserve full credit if they did a second segment where they talked about it. And to be fair, the Star Wars Battlefront presentation had weird esportsy announcers on it.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm going to give a half point for that. That seems fair.
Okay.
I'm not going to add these up until we're done, so we don't, like, cheat each other. All right, Matt, Star Wars Battlefront. Make a joke about a stormtrooper. Better aim than expected.
I did
Nope.
not hear one, but I wasn't
neither did I.
listening very closely, so
Well, fair enough. I did not hear one either, and I could not have been listening closer if I tried.
okay.
That's
I didn't watch it because I was at work.
Star Wars Respawn game this year.
Nope.
Nope.
Not at all. new Burnout game.
Burnout game. Nope.
Nope.
All right. Oh, that's TJ. Oh, Matt was done with EA. He didn't have a lot of EA
that was me, yeah.
predictions. All right. Let's go. Okay, so what did EA actually
And
have?
just to sum up the EA conference, John has 1/2 point,
1/2 point.
Matt has 0 points, and TJ has 0 points.
0 points.
Okay, so I'm going to go through the EA segment, and we'll talk about what there actually was. Battlefront 2, they got a single-player campaign. They showed us Janina Gavankar, who was some badass lady who was the least cringy person that they had up there. Can we talk
That's not saying much.
about, for a bit a second, the Need for Speed payback? Okay, so I'm happy this wasn't a trend throughout the rest of the show, or at least in the rest of the press conferences. But EA went hard on, we've got your favorite content creators here to present stuff.
Oh my god.
And it was
So many
it was
people
the
that I did
cringiest
not
shit
recognize.
possible. They
Yep.
had a lot of Battlefield 1 streamers just have it. That one wasn't as bad because they were like, let's have these Battlefield 1 streamers come here and talk about their experiences streaming the game and how awesome it is of a game and how good EA is. Whatever, you know? And then they talked about bringing the streamers in to, like, comment on the game. Like, they flew streamers there to, like, play some of the expansions before they came out to give their feedback. And it's like, okay, but, like, of course they're going to like it because they got flown out there by you to play it. And
well, and that's
content,
like Blizzard
like,
does
so
that with
sketchy.
stuff too. It's like when you have something that's a big esport, that's what you do when you're planning on making big changes. I don't know why it needs to be like a part of the press conference.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it was just kind of like, all right, let's just get on that. Just talk about the new update, which is like in the snow, takes place in like the Eastern Front. Cool. Need for Speed Payback. Boy, the content creator they got to introduce that thing basically froze up like a deer in headlights when they pulled to him. You should watch the video. I will share the E3 cringe compilation that somebody came up with.
Oh
for
yeah,
all
I
the press
forgot to watch that
conferences.
this year.
It's real good.
There was a lot of fodder for that.
There was. Need for Speed Payback. They're continuing with the let's make Need for Speed games into Fast and Furious movies, like where you're doing like heists and stuff. So whatever. That's a better direction to go for than doing normal racing. So, there's plenty of other games that do that already. Forza Horizon does that. Anyway, A Way Out. Did you see the little trailer for this game?
That looked cool.
Yeah, so this
is like a prison break
by...
game where you like team up with somebody, and you have, as far as I can tell, like you always see the other person's screen too, so you like know what's going on with them, and you have to cooperate to break out of a prison.
Who's developing this game? It's the developer that did Brothers. A Tale of Two Sons.
I don't remember which one that was.
That is a great game. I know some people were now. A Starbreeze. Great game. They're making this. Yeah, it's kind of like a co-op, and they said it's like... I like that they were like, it's meant to be played with your friend on the couch so you can experience it together, but also it's going to have online co-op. Because obviously
because nobody sees each other in person anymore.
Exactly. But it was like, but you need to play with your friend on a couch. So it seems like, a two-person, two-player prison escape game with a lot of stuff afterwards, because it looked like they were like exploring a forest and like going to houses and escaping and stuff. So looks pretty cool. It seems like it has like a dynamic camera so like it kind of will switch the split screen depending on who's doing what to kind of be cinematic, and
That's
it
cool.
seems like you can be in different sections of the prison at different times, and so it's just kind of like a really cool co-op escape game. So that's awesome. It cannot be played solo. Of course, you could probably grab two controllers and fuck around. Hey, you want to calm down?
Meow,
Fucking cat.
meow,
It's so loud right now. It's whenever I come up here and stream, or record a podcast, she freaks out. So that's that. They announced BioWare's new game, Anthem, and we saw none of it because it was going to be shown at the Microsoft press conference. We'll get to that then. What else
I
did
forgot
do?
they even announced it.
Madden 2018. It's going to have single-player story, just like FIFA did. So
And FIFA's continuing its story from last year.
yes, it's hashtag fueled by Ronaldo. Cristiano Ronaldo, famous soccer boy, also famous for having been indicted on charges of tax evasion just this week. So good for him. I guess he had put his likeness rights, which were being used in this game, in a shell company, not paying taxes to the EU. So
Okay.
awesome, great guy, really horrible asshole. Sorry, I don't want to get into class warfare here, but if somebody makes tens of hundreds of millions of dollars a year, and you have countries like Spain that are having terrible austerity and people can't find jobs and poverty skyrocketing and you can't pay your fucking taxes, you ass fuck. Anyway, sorry, I don't like that. And NBA Live 18, will come out maybe, but it will not come out. They did the same thing
Year.
last year. They did the
Yeah.
same thing last year. They're like, we're working on it. The Hoop God's here, and then hashtag the Hoop God or at the Hoop God guy. It wasn't here this year, so I don't know. Anyway, kind of underwhelming. Oh, sorry, the big thing, Star Wars Battlefront 2. They had a straight 30-minute match with streamers in it, and then people stream commenting over it like fake esportsy, and it was really cool looking game. It looks awesome, but that was not the best way to show it off because basically it was just a bunch of people fucking around for a half hour and three commentators trying to talk over it. There was a leaked Twitter photo where somebody had a picture of their teleprompter basically just choreographing the entire commentary, so it was just bullshit basically. But it's gonna have single player combat, big part. And it looked really good, so I'm more excited for that because Battlefront, I did not buy it because it was a game that had absolutely no content when it launched. What did it have, like 6 maps? Like, it was it was really not a very large game. And then when by the time they got all the expansion pass out for it, it was actually worth buying. Now, note, Star Wars Battlefront 2,
free.
all maps will be free. So that is awesome. Because there's one thing I hate in every single multiplayer game, and that is selling maps because it splits the player base up like crazy. Like, I loved Battlefield 4, and I loved it so much I had to buy the map pack, and you could never find matches in those new maps. But with the original game maps, you could always find matches, so it was kind of a mess. All right, so that's it. That's EA. TJ, do you have anything else you want to talk about with EA before we move on?
No, I've got more that are going to kind of show up in the general impressions at the end.
Okay, no, that's fair enough.
Because there's been a lot of hate in general for the whole E3 as a whole.
Wow,
Well,
I don't know about that.
Yeah, well, we'll get to it.
Yeah.
But I've got my
Okay.
devil's advocate to, my other side to it, because I always do this. But
All right,
let's move on to Microsoft.
let's talk about Microshaft, or micro $ oft. Let's go through our predictions, and
All right, John?
then we'll go through it actually. 399 Scorpio out October 13, 2017.
Completely right.
Nope.
Absolutely wrong. Cuphead out now. Absolutely wrong. But it is out in
Talk about-
September. They did talk about it
yeah.
and give it a release date.
Yeah.
Crackdown 3 Scorpio launch. Ding, 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 ding.
Kinda? Yeah.
It's the same day.
Is it the same day?
Yeah.
Is it the same day? Okay. I haven't looked at the days. There you go.
Well, at least I think it is. I thought. Okay, let me just. Matt, we need a rules.
Yes.
A rules.
It's the same month. I'm gonna give you the point regardless.
Yeah, we'll give it to you.
You didn't even look it up. This is great. This is easy. I just get points.
The judges have ruled.
I know it's the
Alright,
same
fair
month.
enough.
So
God damn it! I Google it and I cannot find it anywhere. November 7th. That sounds like the Scorpio release date.
let's see.
Of course, it's not the Scorpio, but we'll get to that. November 7th. Yep, that's launch day and date. So,
Here we go.
kaboom! Points on the board. All right, Matt. Scorpio
Okay.
$3.99.
No, but I did say November. So is that
So
a half
have
a
a point.
point?
We'll give you
Okay.
we'll give you a half point. No, a full point. Why
Okay.
not?
All right.
Fine.
Yeah, I wasn't sure if those were two separate points here. Oculus
Nah,
Scorpio.
we can split those up for everybody. Sorry, go.
Oculus Scorpio was not a thing.
They
I
did
guess
not
there was
talk
some
about VR at all.
They did
Nope.
afterwards, but I haven't checked into those at all. So whatever.
Like, I think people were talking about how they were going to be like, Scorpio, it's going to be able to support Oculus right out of the box. You'll be able to do VR for, way cheaper than buying a PC and
Yeah.
getting a headset.
And there was some off the cuff stuff one of them, one of the Microsoft spokespeople was saying oh, our VR focus is going to be on PC, and then later somebody said the opposite of that. So who fucking knows?
Yeah.
But there was definitely talk about Mixer.
Yep, I gave you a point for that. Did you pick up your mix pot?
I don't even know what that is.
Oh man, just get your mix pot.
Hello to everyone that's tuning in on Mixer. Oh, no one.
Yeah, did you get? No, some people did get that free copy of Rare Replay.
Yeah, great. The
Rare
game
Replay's
that's
great.
basically free for them to like put out. They've given away a ton.
Yeah.
TJ, Forza Motorsport 7, 2017. Oh, you called it. Why wouldn't they? It was you said you didn't even want to get points for that. It was such an obvious call, but
Yeah, it was.
I'm giving you
Alright,
points and
Scorpio.
you can't stop me.
Scorpio 350.
Wrong.
Wah,
So
wah. Oh shit. We were wrong. We were all wrong on the price. Let's we'll get to
It's
the price
because
after
we
get
all
through
had
this.
like good prices and they didn't want to do
Yeah.
that.
HoloLens 2018 release.
They didn't even talk about it.
Bang. Sea of Thieves in August. I don't think that's true. I don't think it's out this year.
It got pushed
Yeah, I
back to
don't-
2018.
Yeah. Crackdown backwards compatible.
They didn't announce that.
Maybe, but they didn't say anything
But-
about it.
Nope.
Halo 6. No
There was
announcement.
no Halo.
either. They really didn't have a lot. Okay, we got to talk about the Scorpio and the price. So I love
Yes.
that the
Let's recap
entire
first.
show didn't. Yep. Okay.
And after the
Okay.
Microsoft press conference, we've got John at 1.5 points, Matt at 2 points, and TJ at 1 point.
So it's anybody's game at this point.
It is.
So let's talk about the Scorpio. There's no other way to put this. It's going to be $500.
Yep.
It is going to be double the price of the Xbox One S currently.
But they've
'Cause you
got
can get
all
a
that
bundle for
exclusive
$250.
content, right? Like, no.
Well,
what?
if you have a
No?
Windows 10 PC, not much of it will be exclusive to the Xbox.
I mean, yeah. I mean, even in general, there's nothing that's going to be exclusive to the Scorpio that won't be for. Or sorry, Scorpio, the Xbox One X. Every
Come
Xbox
on.
One system.
Oh, with
will
a
play all
name.
the
We
games.
got to say the name. We didn't even mention it.
Say my name. Say my name.
It's the Xbox One X, or for short, the Xbox, the XB.
Yes,
OX.
that's so stupid.
Yes.
That's okay. I have already said it, and everyone who listens to Born in the 80s, you need to call it by its real name. It's the Bone
Xbox.
X.
The
It's the Bone X. They made the X Bone. They can live with the X Bone X, which is what I'm calling it. The Bone X. So the Bone X is $500. TJ, anything else? Sorry, I cut you off.
Yeah. So there's nothing. There's going to be nothing that there's going to be no games that will play exclusively for the X. That won't play any of the other Xbox One family
Correct.
systems. But it is, or if we want to repeat the same line they said the entire time, you are now witnessing the most powerful console ever.
Yeah.
And you can
If
get
you
that
have
4K enhanced Minecraft. So
Do
you
you
got
know what?
that.
Oh. Speaking of Minecraft, which
Do you know? Oh, yep. Go.
yep, a lot of people were like, why talk about Minecraft? Minecraft this, it doesn't matter. Minecraft's irrelevant, but it's still making a lot of money. It's the reason they bought it.
Yeah.
What did they just announce? They are implementing a cross-platform play between the Xbox One,
Everything.
the Nintendo Switch, the iPad, and
Yeah,
through the Windows Live Store, Windows 10.
Yeah.
that is one, and we'll talk about this later, I'm sure, but that is one area where Microsoft is beating Sony. Like,
Oh, yeah.
They're just embracing crossplay like crazy.
Yeah.
Yep.
It's great. So the does what 6 teraflops? They're saying.
There's so many
Something
flops.
Buzzword.
I didn't follow the specs. It's
What
just
I
powerful.
love about 6 teraflops is that somebody I saw commented said, "Well, my 1080 Ti I've got in my PC does 9 teraflops." And it's already outpaced by the PCs.
Well, that's how it always goes.
To be fair, a 1080 Ti does cost $500 or more, so like 800 or
Yeah.
some nonsense. So
And when you're getting a console, you want to just buy a box and not have to think about what's in it.
Exactly.
So
But now you have to buy a new box every 3 or 4 years that's a slightly updated version.
yeah, I don't. Do you think this upgrade cycle that they lifted from iPhones, basically, do you think this is going to continue, or are they going to go back to like every 5 years? There's a big upgrade.
I don't think it can be like iPhones because they aren't subsidized by phone carriers like iPhones are.
Yeah.
Where you don't pay anything up front and you just pay $35 a month on your bill to get it. Maybe they'll start doing that. Didn't they do that for a little bit? On like the Xbox, like 360? I think they
360,
did that.
they had the buy it for $99, but then your Xbox Live was $25 a month for 2 years.
Yeah. They tried a little bit of that action.
It was, yeah.
Yeah. But
I
anyway,
don't know how
sorry,
successful
TJ.
it was for them.
Go.
I kind of see. Oh, excuse me. This is really the first time we've been doing these iterative upgrades because consoles are more PC-like than they've ever been before. But what I actually see these little step-up upgrades is it gives the certain people who want more, the more that they can afford. Gives them more that they can just upgrade to, without leaving a lot of people left out, outpaced, or feel like they've stuck on a previous generation. What it's going to do is it's going to actually extend console generations and console lives from about the 6 years we've been dealing with, 6 to 7 years, to closer to like 8 to 9 or 9 to 10.
Yeah. But eventually there's going to have to be like that hard cutoff where it's like, okay, we're officially in a new generation now, and it's not going to run on the old stuff.
We say hard cutoff, but the last PlayStation 2 game was FIFA Soccer 14. There are still Xbox One, or Xbox 360, and PS3 games coming out this year. Not many. It's basically Just Dance. It's FIFA. It's NBA. That's all I can think of off the top of my head. They are technically dead because a lot of companies aren't making stuff for it, but there's enough units out there where they're still trying to give them support.
Mm-hmm.
But for most people who are trying to stay at least up on the newest stuff, the old generation is dead, but it's still 10, 11 years old. Even when that hard cutoff happens, there'll still be games for this Xbox One, the PS4, for probably 2 solid games for 2 or 3 years, and then kind of just going to phase off over the next 3 years after that.
I agree.
Mm-hmm.
You've sold me.
Yeah, it just sounds like that's their like plan to try and keep up, but not lose their audience, basically. Because the last, the 360 was like what, 7 years, 8 years?
360 came out in 2005. The Xbox One came out in 2012. 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, sorry, 2013. 8 years.
Yeah, 8 years. And the PS3 was like 8 or 9 years, so it's
was 7. PS3 came out 1
you're
year
right.
later.
You're right. 7 years.
Same time as the Wii.
So. Heck yeah, man! That's the life. They said they had a 10-year life cycle plan for that PS3, and they got damn near close. I think the last main PS3 games that were still
Persona 5.
getting copies. Yeah, Persona 5. That's 10 years. Fucking A, man. They hit it. Microsoft. Yeah, I love that they announced the price as $499 right at the end. And like in about 2 seconds, they're like, "Here's the price. All right, let's talk about something else."
Look at all this cool shit. Oh, we got all this stuff in for.
Yeah, it's $499.
I kind of understand. I'm looking at this Xbox One X, and
The
while
Bone
it's
X.
while the Bone X is not necessary for me, and I don't think it's going to be necessary for everyone. They're not trying to sell everyone on this unit. I think they're going to probably, in terms of production, make less than the PlayStation 4 Pro did, because they know it's going to be, a system for selective users, not for every Xbox One user or for the upgrader coming from a different system.
Yeah, this is a terrible decision. Nobody has 4K TVs. The adoption rate that's still quite low.
You'd be surprised. I'm dealing
Oh,
with
dude, it's got to be like 10%. because
Less than
there are
10%.
people that still don't have 1080p TVs.
But that less than 10% that have the 4K TVs will buy something like this.
That's to be fair. I mean, they made a good point. I'm pretty sure the PS4 Pro does not play 4K Blu-rays,
It does not. And
which
the
is
Xbox One
the
X
craziest shit for them not to have done, because
They own the format and they,
they
not want
own
to put it in.
they own the format. Like, they put out 4K DVD players. It's because they're Sony's different business divisions don't talk to each other in any way. So,
Yeah.
it's just kind of like, whatever. That's their life. But it does upscale the 4K. It doesn't do true 4K. They didn't harp on that as much as I thought they would in that press conference. I thought it'd be like, this is true 4K. And they were just like, no, it's 4K. Whereas the PS4 is like upscaled to 4K. It isn't actually 4K textures all the time.
Depends on the game.
It depends on the game.
The game has to support it. It'll say Pro Enhanced.
Yeah.
Or it will get an update like I know Black Ops 3 did.
Yeah.
I know.
But even then, I'm pretty sure it isn't
Uncharted did.
actually 4K. It's like 900p, but for 4K and upscaled. So
something like that, yeah.
and it's just not going to run as fast. It's slower. That's just the way it's going to be. But I think for a lot of people, that's going to be enough until 4K really takes off. 2 years down the line, PS4 Pro Plus.
And regardless of it, 4K where your system's doing the up conversion is going to look better than when your TV does the up conversion.
Yes. And then, so a couple nice things about the Xbone X, which are nice. So they mentioned if you have a 1080p TV, it's actually going to display the 4K textures and downsample them to 1080. So you are going to have a visual enhancement. Like, it'll be crisper, like higher quality. And the games will run faster because it's a faster system. So it's nice. They are doing things. But like I said, you can buy an Xbox One S that plays 4K Blu-rays for $250 with a game packed in. Or you could pay double that for an Xbone X without a game packed in. No new controller. Some people were like, maybe they're going to put the Pro controller in. No add-ins, no game pack in. It's just kind of like, ah, man, come on. They had to do something. Like, if you're going to make it 500, throw in Rare Replay or some bullshit, like get some stuff in there, maybe half a year alive free, just so it's like enticing people to come over. But I think it's going to be a hard sell, because if you're going to buy a console, if you're someone who doesn't own any Xbox One stuff, you're going to pay $500 and then $60 for a game, $40 for Xbox Live. That's $600. Like, how am I going to switch from PS, Sony ecosystem, unless you're gonna try and win me? Or maybe they'll do something by the end of the year as like a program. But anyway, that's just my thoughts on the price. And let's go through the other stuff that they showed, like especially third-party stuff, because they showed quite a bit of third-party.
We'll probably go through it really quickly because there's a lot of stuff they did.
Yeah, we're not gonna dwell on this. Backwards compatibility will soon include original Xbox games.
And they're starting with a decent one. Oh crap, Crimson Skies.
I have my disc of that game,
and it will work.
I think it's such an awesome thing that they're doing. They kind of had a little pushback because there was some research that got out saying that they polled Xbox users and like 10% had used the feature, and then Xbox said no. Our internal numbers show that 50% of the people that own this have like booted up at least one game, so it's like it's getting used. I think it's a cool feature. It's nice. It actually is something that entices me into getting it. And I was like, maybe I'm gonna get a Scorpio. $400 was my maybe point. $500, it's like, I don't have a 4K TV, so and I don't want to buy the old one now because then I'll want the newer one, and I have a PC that can play those games. It's like yeah, they didn't win me over, I think, with that.
Just go $200, buy the fat one. Just be done.
That's not a bad idea, just to have that backwards compatibility.
Let alone if you move my home system to your Xbox, you'll have a bunch of digital games too.
Yeah. 4K, 60 frames per second, Forza 7. That looked great. Cars look good.
I did not see it, but I heard it looked gorgeous.
It looks gorgeous. It looks mind-blowing. They also showed new Metro game, Metro Exodus on Xbox One X, on the Bone X. And the S. Everything's compatible between everything. They do the same thing as PlayStation. They don't want to cut anyone off.
And even with backwards compatibility,
cool.
backwards compatibility is compatible with all the corresponding systems.
Correct. So I kind of like that idea. You know?
So 360 backwards compatible, you're all on the same servers, including 360 people.
Yeah.
Xbox original, because there's no online, you could do system link between all 3 gens of systems.
Yeah, it's pretty cool actually. They're really pushing hard on that, which is something Sony is very bad at doing lately. So
yeah,
I don't know, but they're ahead now. They're in the lead, so they don't give a shit. It's exactly what Xbox did in the previous console generation.
Yeah.
Metro Exodus looks neat. I love the original Metro games, so that's cool. Assassin's Creed Origins. They showed a little bit of gameplay. That looked pretty neat.
It got a lot of hate, but it looks decent.
It looks
Assassin's
decent.
Creed
It got a lot of hate?
Egypt. It did.
Yeah,
But, well, from people I know, it's just like,
I think
every game's like, it's all the same. It's blah, blah, blah.
But Matt, have you watched like Assassin's Creed press conferences? Because they all look exactly the same, and this looks just like the other games.
Oh yeah, I figured that's what it's like Madden. Like, oh, it's the new thing, except now it's in Egypt. Like,
well, I think
thought
people
expected that.
The new Madden's in Egypt?
Yeah.
They were expecting, I think, a big change because they took a year off.
Yeah.
There wasn't a game that came out last year. And maybe they did, but maybe it is completely different. They talk about the combat is a lot different, and
it's a game engine change.
That drone bird looks awesome.
And there's loot.
Now. There's pyramid surfing.
We'll get to that later, Matt. We'll get to that later. That was the I think did we even okay? I think we just said that would be 1 point, right? We didn't say multiple points for that.
No, 1 point.
That 3 points. No, 3 points. That is bullshit. I'm not giving you 3 points.
Point.
That was obvious. That was obvious that was going to happen when you said that. I was like, of course he's going to slide down a pyramid in the trailer because that's a cool guy thing to do.
Now, he was not standing.
He was not standing.
Sliding.
That's true. He was sliding. So you'll get a point.
That's a point.
You get a point.
All right.
It wasn't a full surf, but it was.
We'll get to that later, though. We'll count that later. So, I'm not going to mark it on my.
It looked all right. If it gets really good reviews, I'll probably check it out. It's been a while since I played one.
I haven't played any of the Assassin's Creed games, and this is the first one to really pique my interest. So, from an outsider's perspective, it looked cool.
Matt, you should look into, knowing you should look into the Syndicate.
Oh, okay.
Do you like steampunk? Do you like trains?
I do.
Because there's
I like
Assassin's
both
Creed
those
with a train. You have a train headquarters. It's actually pretty awesome.
That sounds really cool.
They did a really good job with that game. Yeah, and they had a female protagonist. You could be the male or
and
the
I
female
could probably
character.
get it for $4 on Steam.
Yeah, which they didn't do. Yeah, especially when the summer sale comes up. But it'll be like 10. All right, PlayerUnknown's Battleground. Xbox One console launch exclusive, which means it'll be out on the PS4 next year. It will not be crossplay. Please let it be crossplay. Because I would love to win some games.
It means
PS4, I just want to play with you guys.
It will not be crossplay because there's no way that they would allow people to play on the Xbox versus the PC. They would get completely shredded. But I would love it.
I think we're overlooking the biggest announcement, the biggest implication of this, and that is that this game may actually leave early access.
Yeah. It could happen. We'll see.
Dare to
but
dream.
They didn't announce it. It's going to be on Xbox late this year.
In a similar vein, another game that's perpetually early access is getting a physical release this year, and I don't know if it was announced at E3, but Ark Survival Evolved is getting a physical release.
An actual release?
Yeah.
Okay.
On disc, it's out of early access, $60 disc, $100 special edition, $150 collector's edition.
I think I paid $15 for that a year ago.
No, but it's $55 on PS4.
I know, but I'm saying I paid $15 on PC.
I know.
All right. PUBG will have vaulting.
And climbing.
Upgraded everything, climbing. and a new zombies mode they announced as well, which is basically the streamers game, where I really hope that is a co-op and not just an online thing. Like Matt and I could be like, let's boot up a zombies game where it's us versus.
I think it's definitely going to be zombies. The dude answered some questions afterward, and it's going to be a separate game mode, so it'll be a whole separate thing you queue into. And also, who knows when it'll happen, because he was saying stuff like we want to make sure the core gameplay is like solid before we introduce these other modes and stuff. So that it might be a while before that even comes into play.
So I don't really know what's going on. Yeah, okay, so it's definitely not AI zombies. So this is
those are player-controlled zombies?
Yeah.
That's less interesting to me.
Yeah, exactly. From what it sounds like, maybe it'll be AI. They're asking. Okay, so it's in early access. So right now, basically, streamers. It says it's not AI. They said specifically to PC Gamer in an interview. So like the idea is that people do streaming, where like they'll be like, all right, it's gonna be me and my crew. Everybody jump on the server that we're putting up, and you'll be the zombies, and you don't grab any weapons. So what they're going to do is add a mode where, okay, you can join in, and other people can join as zombies, and they will have like a different skin, and they won't like be able to pick up weapons and stuff. And so that's kind of their idea.
And it'll
that's
just be like
cool.
your crew. Because I'm thinking like if it was just like 100 people go on an island, and if they die, they become an AI zombie or something, and the goal is to get the highest rank, then you would just immediately start murdering your teammates, and you wouldn't work together against the zombies at all. So it's like, how do you incentivize that in a way that you want to team up and you want to fight against the zombies?
Well, I would assume if it was AI mode, they would be like, okay, you got to get to the end of the circle, and then there'll be like an extraction with a helicopter. So you got to work as a team to get out. But
that would be cool, and you get like more points for like more people surviving or whatever.
This is stuff they could do because the game sold like 2 million copies, so they have a ton of money now to like fund development for a few years. So I'm sure they'll keep optimizing. What I saw when I saw zombies was like, oh shit, they're gonna do like DayZ, whereas DayZ, which is the granddaddy of all these games, is like you get thrown on an island, you pick up random loot and houses. And there's just zombies hanging out, walking around. And if you shoot, like, zombies will start running at you, and you have to kill a bunch of zombies. And there's other people roaming around. So it's kind of like PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, but in, like, a game that could take days and days of playing.
Yeah, because that one's got, like, a persistent world that if you log off, your character is just, like, chilling there.
Your character sleeps. And you have to find a good spot to have him sleep. A lot of people would make camps and stuff. So, but I was expecting, they're going to have like a PUBG game with like the closing in, but also zombies. That sounds awesome because that would change the way the game was, but still make it kind of the same game. So like the idea would be, oh, hey, there's fucking zombies everywhere. So in the mid game, you might get trapped and have to kill a bunch of zombies. So that way you're not just hiding in a bathroom the whole time. You can actually do some shooting, and use up some ammo, which will make like, because it doesn't seem like in that game,
if you're like, if
ammo is
you've
ever
got
a problem.
You're like hiding on a hill, and you've got a shot on somebody, but you have to decide, like, if I take this shot, the gun's gonna make a lot of noise, and it's gonna alert the zombies to where I am. So you have to like try and weigh that. That would be cool.
And that was some of the cool stuff about playing DayZ. For me, it would be just like moments where you would be like hiding in a building and you'd see another guy and you'd be like, fuck, please don't come in here. And maybe you'd talk over chat and be like, hey, I don't want to fight, like that. And the guy would come in and he'd shoot the gun. You'd be like, fuck. And just a horde of 20 zombies would start racing towards the house. And you're like, you asshole, you've killed us both. And, you know, like, just like, that's the kind of stuff that I think would be cool in this game. Maybe that's something they'll add, but obviously they don't have any AI in the game at all right now, so it'd be kind of hard for them to put that in. But that's something they could do, and probably will. I mean, if they want to keep putting the game out, you know, like, build new modes. People will keep playing it. So anyway, gosh dang, we talked about PUBG for like 17 minutes. All right, let's move on. State of Decay 2, another zombie game. Did you play State of Decay 1, Matt?
I did not.
You like that game? It is
It
a
looks
zombie,
fine. It's like a
survival
zombie
building
GTA.
game. Yes, where you build like a settlement and level it up by finding materials and recruiting people to hang out there, and it's basically the dream that I spent like 4 hours one night in like college talking to someone about what my talking to Adam about what like, the coolest game idea would be, which would be like Grand Theft Auto but with zombies and you could build stuff. So that's what this is, and so that's pretty cool. But it sounds like this is gonna have co-op in it or something. Whereas the first game was single player only. I don't really know. It looks cool.
I would probably be
year.
more excited about State of Decay if my zombie lust wasn't satisfied by another lover that we'll talk about later.
Let's see here. Minecraft, you said multi-platform, pretty cool. Have a 4K pack. Do you see the new Dragon Ball Fighter Z?
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah.
man. So
That looks
I
sweet.
saw that.
there has not been a good Dragon Ball Fighter game. But
And the
you know what
art
they did?
style on that is just fucking awesome.
So, Matt, if you like that art style, look up Guilty Gear Exerd, an Exerd Revelator, because it looks exactly like the Guilty Gear games that they've been. Arc System Works, I think, is the company that makes that.
Yep.
And this is the same. It's a 3-on-3, so you pick 3 characters and you fight the other guy. Battle. It looks exactly like the Guilty Gear Exerd games, and those are amazing looking because they have the cell animated 3D
I'm watching a
sprites,
little trailer right now.
but side by side, yeah, it's an incredible looking game, and they're doing a Dragon Ball Z version. So this might be the first good 2D Dragon Ball fighter, because there have been none.
Well, it was like 2.5D, right?
Okay,
It's
whoa,
like,
slow
they've got
down,
the
TJ.
sprite-
I don't think
Budokai
so.
3.
No.
Really?
Wait, which one's Budokai? What are you talking about?
Not Budokai Tenkaichi. Just Budokai. For
What
old
was-
PS2 and GameCube.
Oh, no, none of that. That all sucked. Budoden was alright, and Hyper Fighters for the SNES were pretty good, but other than that. Anyway.
TJ's gone now. TJ has left
All
the
right.
podcast.
Those weren't good games, TJ. They were okay. What about Ultimate Battle 22? That's the best one.
I've not played that one. I've heard decent things about it.
It's what? No, you
not played that
haven't.
one, huh?
That's someone who's smoking crack has said that. Look up a screenshot of Ultimate Battle 22. It's like cardboard cutouts. They made this on the most shoestring of budgets.
I don't know what you're talking about, so that's fine.
Oh my god. Dragon Ball Z Ultimate Battle 22 is heinous looking. It is like the worst looking game ever made.
That's why I go back and play Budokai, the first Budokai. That was fun.
Anyway,
I love that this new Dragon Ball game. It's kind of it's part of this trend with like Cuphead and the South Park games where it's emulating a style that you don't usually see in games, and it looks like they're able to completely emulate 2D art styles in video games now in a completely in a way that's completely indistinguishable from like the original.
I mean, in a way, that's kind of the same idea that they did when they did Breath of the Wild.
Yeah.
You know, Breath of the Wild looks gorgeous, but it looks gorgeous because they use a stylized art style instead of trying to go photorealistic.
Yeah, and that one felt like it was building on the cell shading of I forget that older
Wind Waker.
Zelda Wind Waker. Yeah, it was like that, like the next level of that evolved. And I'm down for more of this. Like, we've got insanely powerful systems and they can do like crazy 3D stuff, but hey, also maybe they can just do really fucking awesome 2D stuff.
Yep, and we'll get more to that later.
we have
John,
like 10 hours of fucking Microsoft to get through.
yeah, just any other highlights? Two or three big ones.
No, I'm going through everything. Darwin Project.
I don't know.
I don't remember that one.
It's a competitive survival game like PUBG, but not good.
Oh,
Yep.
yeah, I remember
Black
that.
Desert.
I remember seeing that and thinking, well, that's not PUBG.
Yeah, exactly. It's like the culling. There's a bunch of Steam. There's like 20 Steam games that are like PUBG that nobody picked up. Black Desert Online, the weird Korean MMO, is available on Xbox. So, all right, cool.
Cool.
The Last Night.
I didn't know
looks
MMOs
really cool.
were something. Yes, that art style looks amazing.
Yeah. Do you know what my favorite part about that was? Is the guy who is like the creator of it, I guess said some gamers gatey kind of stuff on Twitter like 4 years ago.
Yeah, I guess he's
And then
kind of a shitty person.
No! Don't be one of those fucking Twitter people that just flips out over everything. It's something he said 3 years ago, and he immediately apologized. He was like, that was dumb. It's like, yeah, come on. I hate it when people go through someone's Twitter history looking for garbage.
Look,
like, dude,
I can think people are shitty people and still like the stuff they make. Like, I like Chinatown. That's a good movie.
okay. I like the Ender's Game book series. But anyway, the game looks great. It's like a 2D game, but also 3D and looks like Blade Runner. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's like
All right,
a
moving on.
pixel art
Gotta move
Blade
on.
Runner. Looks amazing.
There's the game called The Artful Escape, which looked weird.
Don't remember that one, so it must not have
it's
left
just-
an impression.
It's like a 2D rock platformer where you like guys playing music and
oh
flying around on,
yeah,
like,
that one
crazy,
that's about me.
trippy music
my life.
videos. Yeah, exactly. It's starring Matt. Okay, anyway, it looks cool. Code Vein. This is the God Hand people, right? God Eater people making
Okay.
Code Vein. It's anime vampires done that style. Tacoma, people who made Gone Home, made a new game where you're in a space station after a big disaster and you're kind of like replaying the events to puzzle out what happened. It looks really cool. I love Gone Home. Cuphead's coming out. As we said, that game continues to look fucking incredible in motion.
it looks awesome.
Just the animation they have on that is awesome.
The funniest
and
thing,
then
I saw a comment on like a Cuphead video or like a Twitter post or something, and they said, I think this is a game that's only going to appeal to old people. And that's when I realized I'm old.
ID on Xbox put out 1,000 trailers that we're not going to go over all of them. But I'll only pick out a couple ones. PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds is one of them. That Paladins game, that free ripoff of
Overwatch.
Overwatch.
Yep.
Robocraft, which is a big game. This weird game called Ooblets looked kind of cool. I don't know. There's some neat looking stuff. Whatever. Ashen, Dark Souls, cell shaded. Whatever. Let's move on. Life is Strange prequel, which looks cool. Neat.
It's called
the
Life
original
is
voice
Just
actor,
Sorta
I guess,
Weird.
isn't in it. Sorry, what?
I'd made a really funny joke about how the Life is Strange prequel is called Life is Just Sorta Weird.
I like that. It's a good joke. Probably
It's a
didn't
good
play,
joke.
but I think
No.
it's a good joke. You deserve points.
We'll workshop it. We'll bring it back later.
Super Lucky's Tale, non-VR version of the VR game. So okay, because I think people said that was a decent platformer, but the fact that it was VR is what made it worthwhile. Because you could like look down at your little guy running around, or zoom out, but not gonna have that. So maybe the game will be fine. I think the coolest thing they showed was Sea of Thieves. That looks awesome. That
I have
legitimately
no
looks
interest
awesome.
in that game.
Really? Open world online pirate co-op game? Where you like find a paper map and have to follow the instructions
Well,
and
I still don't.
kill some skeletons.
Yeah, I guess. I don't know. It
I think
just
it looks really
seemed
cool.
like I didn't really get what the game was about. Like,
It's about finding pirate loot. I don't know.
guess. But also Skull and Bones.
That looks like shit. I don't like it.
You look like shit. I'm sorry, John.
Dude, you
I
don't,
didn't
you
mean
don't get
that.
off your boat. When you're like playing Sea of Thieves, you can run around on top of the boat while it's like going crazy. I don't know. It looks cool. Anyway, Crackdown 3. I could not have been more underwhelmed by that trailer.
But there
it was
was
just kinda
Terry
like-
Crews.
Yeah,
on
he
a
was
building.
fun, but
He
like
was
the
yelling.
game looked not. The game did not look like a game that is new. That looked like a 4-year-old game, which it is, because it was
Yeah,
supposed
well,
to be a launch
it was
title
like delayed for a
for
while,
the
right?
X-Bone. Yeah, I don't think it's going to be good. I think they just kept delaying it, and they were going to put it out. It just didn't wow me.
I still want to play it.
I loved the first one. The second one wasn't very good, and I hope
I didn't play the second one.
All right, we got to move on.
Yep.
Orcs and Shadow of War. That looked cool. They did some fun
looks
smack
sweet.
talk. Yeah, the first one was really good too. This is supposedly
Is that
better.
a thing
And
that will be on
Yep.
computers?
yes, almost
Yep.
all of these games will be on computers.
Okay.
You may
They're
have to
not
buy it
probably
not on Steam though.
Okay.
You may have to go into Windows 10 store and buy it. Okay, Ori and the Will of the Wisps.
That was a
sequel
cool
to
trailer.
Ori and the Blind Forest. It did look cool. Great soundtrack again. The guy who I guess did the original came out and played piano, so that's pretty cool. Very well designed. People say it's great. Okay. The final thing. Anthem. So this was BioWare's big thing. TJ, what on the scale of 1 to 10, how much Destiny is this?
8.5.
It is like a third person Destiny is what it looks like.
But could this be
Wait-
Destiny but good?
Well, Destiny is good.
I like Destiny.
Destiny's a great game. Like the shooting in it is so good. Bungie knows how to make a shooter. Okay, this game looks interesting. I'm willing to give it a shot. There's a couple like the jetpack flying around the open world seemed really neat.
That did
Hopefully
look
that
really
wasn't just
cool.
some canned sequence that they had. Hopefully it's more than that. But I don't know. I'm not as jazzed as I was because it sounds like they're just making a Destiny and not like a big single player Mass Effect style game. So I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah, this
It
is
could be really
definitely
great.
the kind of game that when I see it, I'm really excited about it, and I'm definitely gonna get it. And then like a month later, I forget about it, and I just never end up buying it.
Yeah. All right, let's move on. That's Microsoft. We already did the score overview, so let's move on to our next press conference.
Bethesda.
Oh, Bethesda. Oh, Bethesda, you did so much to us.
There was so much hate for the Bethesda conference, and I don't get it. I liked it.
No,
I-
we'll explain why, and I'll
I
explain why.
somewhat get it. Because they basically showed, what, 2 games that we hadn't heard of before? So it was mostly...
That's not why the hate's there.
No,
at
I know.
least not for everybody. Anyway, let's go through our scores on this.
Look,
Yes,
some of us were
uh,
expecting Fallout 4 VR to be a full price game.
Okay, Skyrim
That's not
Switch,
what we're talking about.
full $60. It's not going to be the SE in quality. They really didn't give a lot of information about this, nor did they give
Yes.
a release date. I think I'm going to be
No, we
right
still haven't.
when
I think you'll be right too.
when it all comes through. But to be fair to me, they do have weird motion controls that they added, as
Yeah.
well as like
that in
really
the
weird
Sony
looking
conference?
Link stuff.
That was at the Nintendo conference.
That was at the Nintendo conference. They showed that.
No,
Yeah.
there was a
so-
Skyrim VR thing too, though.
Yes, they did show that.
That was at the Sony conference.
Yeah, don't worry about
Yeah.
it.
So
'Cause it's gonna be
basically,
on PS4 Pro.
for the rest of our lives, Skyrim will be on everything eventually.
All right.
Skyrim
Apparently, I fucked up all of my stuff. That I typed.
Major
I'm just
do
gonna line up.
Skyrim Switch, M single player expansion pack.
Yeah, I clicked and dragged and it just moved everything around. So let's not worry about that. Major Doom single player expansion pack announced. Nope. Elder Scrolls
Nope.
phone game. Nope.
Yeah,
Fallout
close,
4
but not quite.
VR. November. Matt, what was the release?
It
date
was
they put for
actually
that?
October.
We'll give you a point anyway.
Yep.
I
I don't think that should be a full point. Let's say a half
I know.
point.
Okay, half
Like-
a point.
Okay, fine.
You weren't exactly right. You were wrong.
Well,
Quake
I did
Champions
try to say
free-to-play.
this year, but that wasn't good enough for you people, so I said November.
No Quake Champions.
No quick.
Was
They
it? Did it
didn't
make a
really
showing
even-
at all at that conference?
They did. They said
They did.
sign up for the beta.
Oh.
We're gonna do esports right, but they didn't really say anything else about any sort of money or anything. So we'll see. Doom VR out this year. I think you get a full point for that.
Doom
Is that out this year?
VFR. Yeah, I think that
Yeah,
was
it was out
coming
this
out in
year.
October as well.
For Vive and PlayStation 4.
Yeah, they're getting that out there.
Yeah, that's interesting.
$29.99.
Well, what's interesting to me is the Doom VFR comes out for Vive and PS4, but Fallout has only been announced for Vive, so I'm hoping that means it's like a much more well-developed experience.
And Skyrim on the other side, that's only for PlayStation VR.
Really? I thought that
Yeah.
was Sony paid somebody for an exclusive. It's got to come to Vive eventually.
It's a temporary exclusive. It's got to be.
All right. TJ, you get bullshit points here.
Yeah, I did.
No mention of Elder Scrolls 6. I could have told you that. You get a point for saying something won't show up.
Yep.
Yeah, I could have said nobody's going to say fuck except for in the Ubisoft conference. And
I was going to say that happened a couple of times.
I heard a
People are
couple of
fucking
that
scared.
All right, let's see here. So, new Wolfenstein game this year? Yep.
Wolfenstein 2.
That
the new
game
Colossus.
looks so cool.
Wait, is that this year?
That's this year.
Okay.
I'm taking pre-orders for it already. So yeah.
All right.
I
Yeah.
am definitely going to get that Wolfenstein game. That was one of like the 2 or 3 games
Yes, same
discounting
here.
Fallout VR, but that was a given. But it was like
That trailer
that
looks
and
cool.
like maybe I don't remember. One of those other ones.
We'll talk about it when we get
Cuphead.
to it.
There were
Cuphead.
like 3 or 4 games that I'm definitely going to get.
Okay, Bethesda. Okay, sorry. Evil Within 2, 2018. TJ, you get half a point.
Okay.
They announced it, but it's actually coming out this year, October 13th. Friday the 13th in October.
We'll see.
Yeah, it's true. What if it gets delayed? He gets a retroactive half 1 point. So anyway, no
Where's my
mention of
half a
Elder
taco for that?
Scrolls. No mention of Elder Scrolls. Also did
Because
not
they were
happen.
saving it all
Oh,
for
wait.
the Sony and the Nintendo.
Elder Scrolls 6. Would you call the Morrowind expansion they talked about? The like,
Yes,
No, it's Elder
ESO
Scrolls Online.
is Elder Scrolls. ESO is Elder Scrolls.
That's technically the 6th Elder Scrolls title, it seems like, so. Sony set the precedent, or Square set the precedence with Final Fantasy numbered editions being the online MMOs. So this is technically the 6th one. I doubt it, though. They're going to call the 6th Elder Scrolls 6 : Red Guard, or whatever it ends up doing.
Elder Scrolls 6 Red Dead Redemption. I don't know.
Yep. So no, they didn't mention that. We know what you're talking about. That game's already out. It already came out before E3, so I don't think it counts.
Summarizing the Bethesda press conference, John has
I
1.5
fucking got
points.
ripped off.
Matt has 3.5 points, and TJ has 3.5 points.
Oh, it's anybody's game. I'm buying tacos from what it sounds like.
Some people more than others. But yes,
All right,
anybody's game.
Let's talk about this.
Yep.
Okay, Doom VFR looks cool.
It looks cool.
Little thing.
It's very
I don't like
teleporty, so I'm
I
not
don't like
crazy
the
about
teleport
that.
motion in VR. I hate it.
No.
Actually, I think it sometimes is necessary, but it really just doesn't feel right.
It's like it's got to make sense within the world of the game. You can't just teleport
Yep.
because that won't make you motion sick. If you have a mechanic in the game that makes teleporting make sense, then it works.
Yep.
That's
what
but
they
I'm
need
really
to
glad
figure
to
out
see
in the
Fallout
future.
4 VR is going to have non-teleport options.
Yes, that looks straight up like they've got to figure it out. I mean, you're just gonna have a controller and you're gonna walk and then you can move your head, which can cause motion sickness, but whatever. I think that's a cooler way to play.
Yeah, but also there's tons of studies being done to try to figure out how to combat that. One of them is to constrict your peripheral vision, so you have kind of like tunnel vision the faster you move,
Yeah.
and that's a pretty effective way to compensate
Yeah,
and
they can
make
figure
that
it- and they're gonna
not make
figure it
you
out.
barf all over the place.
So
Another one is
announced-
little mini teleports as you're like walking forward. So like you press forward on a D-pad and it'll like jump you forward in little cuts.
So you use your Link amiibo. You can become Link in the Elder Scrolls V Skyrim for Switch.
Yep.
Elder Scrolls this is the 7th version of the game we've sold now. Like 2011 game of 2017. Like what
Elder Scrolls, we still own this IP.
Yeah. Dishonored's getting a update with a pretty cool looking weird half cyborg character or whatever.
That's also getting standalone on disc form. So
yeah. Evil Within 2 looks really neat. I think people said, hey, Evil Within was a really cool game. It did not play well. So maybe if they fix that, this will be a lot better. The Creation Club, they announced.
Okay,
So
this is where the hate comes in.
I think that's bullshit. Fuck those people. They said, we want paid mod support. They made it. People got pissed off on Steam. They removed it. It's been enough time.
If you don't like it, just don't use it.
You knew it was coming. Sorry. People that make mods will be happy to be able to get paid for making really good content. It sounds like the paid stuff is all going to be personally
curated,
so it's only going to be the best mods.
Yeah.
I think it's going to happen. I think it's going to be better.
This to me reeks of like you're not really punk rock if you sell your song to a commercial. Like, no, people need to eat. People need to get paid. Like,
I think people deserve to get paid.
Yeah.
People
you
also
put work
can make
into
their
something.
own mods outside of the system and do it. It's fine.
Yeah. There's always an
I think it's just a fair. I think it's a fair way. Somebody can make a really cool mod and put a lot of hundreds of hours, thousands of hours of their own time in building it. They should be able to get $5, a pop for it if they built like a 20-hour campaign expansion. Like, they deserve some money for this.
Yeah, and if so somebody makes a GIF that's like really popular on the internet and on Reddit, like they should get like a couple $1,000. They just deserve it.
Sorry, you should have put that on Vine and then or something.
Yes, I should have time traveled back to Vine.
Yeah.
Sponsored Vines.
That's okay. All the Vine people are on YouTube now, shitting it up. So
6-second YouTube videos.
Haven't they always been? No. Now they're like, here's a compilation of all of my shitty 6-second videos.
They're all like vlogging now, and they're all insufferable. But anyway, the final thing, Wolfenstein 2, the new Colossus. I bought Wolfenstein, the Old Gods, right? Is that what the original one was?
The New Order.
The New Order.
And then Old Blood.
Old Blood. So I bought the New Order a long time ago, and I never played it. And I literally just booted it up tonight to play it. That game plays really awesome. It got stellar reviews. They're like, this is a great first-person shooter. It's like, hey, they're making a first-person shooter like they used to be with not regenerating health and cool stuff. Doom is the natural successor to that, and that was even better. And now they're making another game, and the trailer was incredible. That was
and
one
you
of
could
the
trip on acid and see little lizards.
That trailer was
around.
fucking nonsense.
That was so good.
That's why it was so good.
I want to ride a fire-breathing robot dragon.
Yeah. It was like had like weird.
That trailer
like,
was like, I want to see this movie. Like, I want to live in this world.
So the New Order took place in Europe. This one takes place in America. There has been
Man in the High Castle, America,
walking around like this.
So this is like an alternate history where the Nazis won the war.
It's the Man in the High Castle.
We're in Man in the High Castle times, but with giant dog robot dragons.
Yes, it's awesome. I would suggest, Matt, that you pick up during the Steam Summer Sale Wolfenstein, the New Order, because that has been on sale for like $10 in a lot of summer sales in the past.
I will pick up the Wolfenstein.
And I am super excited to play through the first one now and the expansion because I want this real bad. Yes, there was a moment at the end where a guy was tripping and looking at some crazy chameleon. It got weird, and I was like, so this is like the 60s World War II. Okay, I like it. Like, I'm in. Let's do it.
It's like, oh, hey, right, there's character and story and plot, and none of the stuff that was at the Microsoft conference. But moving on, Ubisoft, the French people,
Mm-hmm.
They're doing a thing.
Yep.
Yep.
How about those
Michelle
Mario
also.
Rabbids?
Okay, so Mario. No. We gotta get through our things. All right.
Yep.
All right. Me.
Oh,
Ass
right,
Creed
right.
Origins. Lady Protag. Big on lady. Like they're really gonna be hashtag tall ladies.
Wrong.
They're going to have a lady. Nope, they are going back. They or if they have that, they're not talking about it. Far Cry 5, a really gross tagline, "Make America Hate Again." I stole from TJ, but I didn't. It was mine. That
This
is.
next one.
I thought there was going to be another Rabbids game without Nintendo in it, and they were going to like talk about that one and be like, we're
That
rebooting
basically
the Rabbids
happened.
first. Far Cry 5. They went in a different direction in the tone of that trailer than I thought they were going to. So, Crew 2 trailer. Ding ding
Yeah.
ding ding! I got a point. I'm catching up, guys.
I'm
only 1 point behind.
Hey guys, I got a point.
All right, Matt. Ass Creed pyramid surfing. That
Hell yeah.
basically happened.
Yep.
He kind of was sliding, but that's close enough to surfing.
But,
Far Cry 5, there will be a guy dressed like the alt-right. I did not see that. It
No,
was just
and
kind of a bunch of
I was
hicks.
specifically thinking of like a bright red mega hat, and I did not
Yeah, it
see
did
that.
not happen. All right, Ass Creed romance options flame arrows. Nope.
Nope.
First person decapitation, blatant and gross. Nope. I didn't see any of that.
Nope.
No Mario
No
Rabbids.
Rabbids at Ubisoft.
That opened the show quite dramatically with Shigeru Miyamoto on there. Trey and Matt on stage. Nope.
Nope. Yeah, nothing.
Oh, TJ, I got nothing.
Got
all right.
nothing.
Recapping the Ubisoft press conference, John has 2.5 points, Matt has 4.5 points, and TJ has 3.5 points.
All right, I'm gaining.
Anybody's game.
I'm gaining. I'm not going to
Anybody's
get any
game,
more
folks.
points, though. So, moving on. Let's actually talk about what happened at
Yeah.
Ubisoft, though, because there was...
Yes.
I want to
Mark,
say
Oh god, that was
Ubisoft
kind of a really cool
impressed
press
me
conference.
a lot. I
like I
was
haven't
not
seen them impress me in a while.
willing...
Far
I
Cry
was not ready...
5
I was not
looks so
really
fucking
impressed.
good.
I was not ready to be impressed, and I was impressed by pretty much everything they showed. Okay, let's go through it. Mario and Rabbids came out, cringe compilation. Miyamoto talking to a friend. You have a Japanese guy who doesn't speak English talking through a translator to a French person who doesn't speak very. He speaks English. He got a heavy accent. It was basically just two awkward CEOs like trying to be cool. It was weird, but Mario Rabbids Battle is just literally Rabbids XCOM. It
Yes.
has
Yeah,
full cover, half
it looks
cover.
really cool.
It looks really awesome. I'm excited. I'm picking that up when it comes out.
And you guys saw the creative designer basically shedding a tear for how proud
Yes.
he was for this game being made.
It was. That's
I
awesome.
love
I like
seeing
it.
that.
Yeah.
He's very.
And-
They say one thing about Ubisoft that is very different than a lot of other publishers. People give them a lot of shit. They really care about their development teams.
And
They really
I guess
fight for 'em.
Ubisoft is possibly in the middle of a hostile takeover right now, so
Yes.
they're kind of like fighting
Still,
for their
they're-
life.
They were successfully able to fight it off last year, barely, and they're still working on it. So they're still trying to maintain their own rights. A couple Ubisoft executives were indicted on charges of insider trading last year, so we'll see if that gets worse and maybe ruins everything, but we'll see. Let's not worry about that now. The Crew 2 had the guy with the most soothing voice I've ever heard come out to talk about cars. A whole bunch. That Frenchman came out and talked about cars. The Crew looks neat. It's just a straight up teaser trailer, though. No real like gameplay. It was mostly. I think they had some gameplay. Yeah, they definitely had gameplay on the show floor that people could see, and looks really cool. But the trailer was just a crazy trailer. You can fly planes. You can fly boats. I like the idea of the story isn't some bullshit, grimdark. The police. I gotta kill the racing gang that killed my brother. I'm gonna go undercover with the police. this is like, it seems like the storyline is, I am a crazy daredevil, like, extreme sports racer guy, and I'm trying to like gain a following, so I'm trying to do all these crazy races. That seems fun. That seems really neat. And it looks really cool from the trailer. I love the first crew, so you can fly planes, ride boats, motorcycles, cars. It'll be fun. The big open world. Transference, Matt. A VR game.
That looked
Did you see
like
that?
a good movie.
Elijah Woods?
Elijah Wood playing like the CEO of Ubisoft.
Yeah, that was weird.
No,
it sounds like that
like
episode
the
of Black
tone was
Mirror,
really
the
cool.
game.
Yeah.
It's like the episode of
I
Black
would
Mirror, the game.
have liked to see any actual in-game footage, but
Yes, I have a feeling that this game is extremely early, so it is.
yeah. Or it's like a VR experience where you're looking at TV screens, and on the TV screens are lots of full motion video.
So I
But,
actually really like the way that this game is being made and talked about. It seems like kind of a game within a game. So they had Elijah Wood doing interviews as creative director of the SpectreVision project. So he's kind of in. It seems pretty neat. Like this could be really cool.
Yeah.
Creepy and mysterious. So, all right, let's go.
I'm
on.
just
Skull and
glad to see
Bones.
their.
Sorry, Matt, go. Glad
Well,
to see.
I'm
cares
just glad
about
to
VR?
see that Bethesda and Ubisoft are like taking the leads on continuing to push VR boundaries and try to come
Dude.
up with cool shit for it.
I think a lot of people were like, "Man, VR's over, huh?" No, dude, the
Definitely
technology is
not.
too good. It is. It is.
It's
in
what
its
VR
infancy
needs.
right now.
I think the
Well, it's too
PlayStation
expensive.
VR model is the way to go. I think VR needs just like a box that you buy, and that's all that you need.
Yep, I think if PSVR sold, I don't know if anyone had a prediction. I think someone had a prediction about that, but if they had a PSVR box that was like, hey, $600, and you get a PSVR packed in with a PS4, people that might blow up, you know, or if they drop the price on that by $100. But anyway, I might buy one. Fuck's sake, because apparently it's a pretty decent headset. Although apparently the graphics quality is much lower than the Vive, so it is noticeable.
Yeah.
But we got a lot to get through. Skull and Bones. So this
is the
basically
pirate
Assassin's
experience
Creed.
that I was most excited about and will not get probably.
Yeah, so if you like this, I suggest you check out Assassin's Creed 4, where the pirate gameplay combat looks exactly like it's the one from Assassin's Creed 4. I think they took the ship combat from Assassin's Creed 4 and we're like, let's make that into a game.
I
And
think
they
so,
did.
because they were talking about our Singapore division had this crazy idea, and we ran with it. So I
Yeah.
think they just pulled that out and made a full game
Hey,
out of it.
That ship combat was really cool.
It was
seems
really
like,
cool.
you know,
I just don't think
it
like
just-
I feel like I would enjoy watching it, but I don't think I would have a lot of fun playing it.
It looks really good. I think it could be really fun. I mean, I was not as impressed. I was like, because people are like, wow, it looks so cool. I'm like, well, I mean, Assassin's Creed 4 had that, and that was cool when I first played it. And then World of Warships exists. It's kind of like a World War II version of this, where it's like 5-on-5 tactical. So it's like, it's already kind of exists in a lot of ways. This could be cool, though. I mean, if they put a lot of polish in it and it's really fun, you know, I could see it being cool. So hopefully it's cool. I just wasn't as... It doesn't seem as fresh to me as I think some people that haven't heard of those other games might be just like looking at it. So anyway, Starlink, the Nintendo Switch game. Do you see this? Toys to
Yeah.
life. You attach a ship to your controller and then put attachments on it, and they pop up in the game. Okay, whatever.
Interesting.
It looked neat. The
Yeah.
game looked neat. Like, I like the idea.
Hey, I bet you guys will sell some toys.
Yeah. I like space
Yeah.
toys, so. Okay, Far Cry 5. They went for much, much more of a, hey, we're going to be kind of a fun shooting game where you kill a bunch of hicks.
This is a definitely buy for me.
This looks great. Far Cry 4 was awesome. I loved it. You got a dog
Yeah,
who like runs around and helps
I've got
you.
a scrappy trailer park dog. I've got like teammates that I can direct to snipe from strategic positions.
Well, not even that,
like,
Matt. You buy Far Cry 5, I buy Far Cry 5. We can play through the game in co-op. It looks like, and that seems like
this to
fun
me
as hell
is
to
like
stream.
it's like a game that takes place in the Preacher universe. It's like
I'm
this
excited.
crazy
Yeah.
over the top.
Well, I'm excited for Far Cry 5 because I love Far Cry 4, and this looks a lot like it, except for it's set in rural, U.S. It's got mountains. It's got wildlife, I'm sure. It's got crazy little small towns you gotta like blow up. And if I can play co-op with Matt, you and I, we gotta play co-op together. I think
Yeah.
that'll be a lot of fun.
All right,
And we
don't
can
take this out of
pretend we're
context.
shooting
And I know-
Richard Spencer's in the face. What?
Yes.
Don't take this out of context, but I know we'll take this out of context and we'll put it in the opening. It's with all the other Far Cry games. It's about time we just kill some Americans.
That is
about time to kill some
definitely getting
Americans.
taken out of context.
It's about
I'm
time.
writing it down.
This is the
TJ,
time step. TJ said we are
Well,
definitely
yeah,
gonna kill
equal
some Americans.
opportunity.
let's kill Americans.
Hey, make sure you send a copy of that to
Put
the
me on some sort of
NSA
list.
too.
You know what I
That's
love
good,
about
Dwayne. Just
that
said FBI.
is TJ is gonna, Matt will be dethroned as the soundbite of choice. I don't know. Matt
Wait,
doesn't
what did
really
I
listen to the
say?
pod-
I don't-
Well, TJ, you've listened to the podcast, right? I've picked
Yep.
out a Matt soundbite that I've used quite a lot. Do you don't remember?
Which one?
I believe it is. I have shit all over my ass. When we were talking about bidets.
I have no memory of saying that, but I'm glad
that's a
that
great
it
one,
has
though.
brought you
I
joy.
have an echo chamber edited quiet version that I play in the background sometimes over stuff.
I've never heard that.
Shit, I gotta start listening
You
to
sneak
this
that in?
podcast.
Uh-huh.
I don't know
All
when you
right.
sneak that in. I'm gonna have to.
It's sometimes at the very end, like over the ending credits, but quietly. I just throw it in there. It's a little Easter egg. Okay, we gotta end. Beyond Good and Evil 2. I don't know if people. I saw some people trying to be jaded about this. Hi, hashtag Jade.
Yep.
But I just want to say this. This game, I never played the first one. I fucking love this trailer.
Yeah.
You got a monkey with his fucking awesome, like, Londoner chav accent. Like, fucking ripping off a guy. He does the fucking Degeneration X, like, suck it at him when he runs away. He just...
Yeah.
He says the F-bomb a few times.
I
It
need you
seems
guys
like
to
a
help me
pretty
with
cool-
this comparison.
Yes.
If Overwatch is Pixar, this is it's something. There's some comparison that makes sense for like this darker, grittier world that is Overwatch-esque and is much more
I don't know.
real and much.
Is there a darker, grittier Pixar?
I don't know. That's what I've been trying to figure out. But this, whatever that is, that's what this is, and it is fucking.
what you're
is
saying is
really
if-
cool.
If Overwatch is a Bug's Life, this is Ants.
Yes. Because
Well, wait,
Overwatch
no.
has this world that it's similar, but it's a much lighter, more cartoony world, and this is much more just visceral and real, and just like
Is it Leica?
it's-
Maybe?
I don't know.
I don't know.
They made Kubo and the Two Strings and Coraline. Those animated movies?
Yes.
Coraline. Oh,
We'll
Yeah,
say
they're a little
that.
bit
Yeah.
darker.
Good.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Just
So-
like the like the phlegm and the pus of this world is just on its
it just
sleeve,
looks
and
fun.
It's amazing.
like dirty and slapdash and just crazy, like zany characters that are, because like the idea of the world of Beyond Good and Evil is like, these mega corporations have made all these. It's kind of like Rocket Raccoon, like genetically engineered all these like sentient animals to go off and like do work on plants and stuff, and they've kind of like revolted against like the government and like escaped and made their own bands of ragtag, half animal, half human kind of people. It just seems really neat. Like it's a cool
it
idea.
seems like a really cool, complex world. It's got all those animal hybrids, and then it's got like pseudo Eastern religion stuff like mixed in,
Yeah.
and like just like
I'm excited.
the crazy complex culture that has evolved in this
Yep.
world
and
or
Michelle
series of
Ancel
worlds.
got up
There
and
was a
talked
French
about
dude.
it afterwards. He started crying because he was like, "This is his baby." Like Beyond Good and Evil, he's been the original game came out in 2003, nearly 15 years ago, and he's so happy that Ubisoft again is doing right by its developers and letting him like get this game out, and they're going to do something. So, which is funny because I think the trailer we saw like 2 years ago, the teaser for Beyond Good and Evil 2 looked like it was a sequel. Like they would definitely change directions on this. And we got a new trailer for the South Park game. It could be all right. Just Dance 18 Dance came out.
This is South Park
But we gotta move
mobile
on.
game too, I guess.
We gotta move on. Okay, boys. Sony. Here
No
we go.
points.
Hey.
It's
Sorry.
much small, but no points.
All right, PS4 Pro. Price drop. No. The word Vita will be said.
Was it said?
Can I get half a point?
I think it was said.
It was not said. But in the pre-roll, Undertale was announced for the PS4
that's what it
and
was.
the Vita.
Something came out on the Vita.
So there is a Vita game coming out.
All right, half point for John.
Half
Because
a
he's
point.
so far behind.
I'm just gonna say I don't deserve a full point or even the 3 points, but because they didn't say Vita, but there was a Vita game showed during the Sony stream that they put out. So it is a game that'll be also on PS4, but there is a Vita version being made. So that came out after the press conference.
Yep.
Gran Turismo Sport delayed. Nope, they didn't even show it in the main one. It was just like the Undertale thing. They showed it in the
Well, it's like,
pre-show.
probably, but we don't have any way of proving that. So
They did not say it. So let's see here. Spider-Man VR experience.
Nope.
God of War this year. I think
Pushed back to
it
next
is.
year.
It was
Back
pushed
to
back.
next year.
was
Yep.
it early
Oh, shit.
2018?
Early
Yeah,
2018.
you're right. Death Stranding, no trailer. There was an image of Mads Mikkelsen in the opening.
Yeah, I don't think that counts
was-
as a weird trailer.
I don't think that was a new image. So, strike through. PSVR plus Pro Bundle 600. No,
Nope.
they should have done something like
They
that. though.
really
They've been
should
like,
have. They would have eaten
Because-
Microsoft's lunch if they did
Yeah,
a
with,
bundle like that.
with that Scorpio coming out at 500, they'd be like, well, $100 more, and you got VR out of the box, maybe.
Yep.
But
Or even do a
Knack.
loss leader at $4.99 for VR. Like they would have made it a killing.
Knack, 8 minutes or more.
They didn't
They
talk about it,
showed
did they?
Knack.
Yeah.
I was about to say I could give you a point for them at least showing it.
No,
But-
I don't want it.
No, they talked about Knack last year too, so we knew it
Yeah.
was coming. It wasn't a surprise. Last of Us 2, they didn't even have a trailer.
Nope, not at all.
Nope.
They
There
talked
was
about
a
it all night in the
trailer.
preset.
They announced
not
it
at
the
this.
previous year. Well, yeah, but that was
No,
the
they announced,
Yep,
they announced
go.
it by itself a couple months ago. That's what
Yeah,
happened.
exactly. It was
Oh,
already announced. so-
that like weird hotel room kind of vibe. But that trailer was old.
Yep.
Yep,
Oh, okay.
Yep.
nothing new. All right. So Sony had a lot of cool stuff. Sony won E3, guys. No, I don't think anyone won E3. It was all pretty much middle of the road for
Recapping
me.
the Sony E3 press conference, John has 3 points, Matt has 4.5 points, TJ has 3.5 points, and I just want to point out the fact that John just really said Matt didn't know what he was doing when he was making these predictions, and he was gonna lose. And back to your summary.
Okay. I just want to say I'm going to be coming back strong on the Nintendo one. So I actually did hit on a prediction there. But let's not worry about that. Let's talk about something quick. All right, Horizon Zero Dawn expansion, cool. Uncharted Lost Legacy, which is going to be August 22nd. It is basically a standalone expansion to the original or Uncharted 4. It's a side story in that same engine and everything, with one of the characters, Claudia.
Yep.
So
Both on, it's both
Is
its
that,
own disc, or you can just
Yep.
buy the expansion
Would-
with Uncharted 4.
Would I have to buy the base game to buy that?
No.
Or do I have to?
No,
Okay.
no.
That
They
was the
have a
nice thing
standalone
about
disc. Yeah.
it. Yep.
Standalone disc is
So-
more, though. So.
Yeah, you might as well just buy the base game. And then
Well, if I'm
buy the
getting it on
expansion 'cause-
Steam, like,
Oh, it's not going to be on Steam
not.
because Uncharted
Oh, it's
is
not at all?
a PS4 only. No, because
Oh, it's
Sony
exclusive.
actually has exclusives because they don't have a PC distribution service.
that's why I never played Uncharted.
Yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn, Matt. Do you want to play that? It's got an expansion. I
I
just
do.
bought that because in the
I want to play
The
that
days of-
because there's the animals that are robots.
yeah, the Days of Play sale happened this last week, and it's still going on, I think. And Uncharted,
It is,
or
yeah.
Horizon Zero Dawn was $40, and with my Best Buy Pro Gamers Club unlocked, it was $31. So I bought the fuck out of that, and an extra controller. So when TJ comes up to hang out, I will have 3 PS4 controllers. We can play some sweet multiplayer games.
Kill all those robots.
Do you have a game capture box, right, TJ?
Yes, I do. I'll bring
You
it
gotta
up.
bring that up.
Yep.
All right, cool. Okay,
Oh
so
shit, that's
we saw
like
some
next
Days
weekend,
Gone.
isn't it? Days
It is
Gone
next weekend.
is the zombie game that is stealing
Zombie
all of the
motorcycling.
attention.
Yep.
It
Well,
looks
even-
alright. I'm not super excited.
I don't care
Like,
about
it
the
looks
Daryl
alright.
Dixon simulator. The like flowing water zombies and the I need to take out these enemies, so let me destroy this barrier so the zombies do it for me. That looks amazing.
Yeah, that was the thing I think this trailer showed that was really cool. Was like, hey, it's actually kind of an emergent open world. It's like, oh, rather than just going and clearing out this camp, I could just make a distraction that the zombies will come
Yeah.
over and attack
It's like
them.
I
and
can
then
use
run away.
these. The enemy of my enemy is my tool to destroy my enemy.
But I'm not a huge fan of what the story looks like, where you're some like fucking biker loser who's like a dick. Because I think at the very start of the trailer, he says someone could rot in hell, and then gets on his bicycle. Like,
Okay,
Right?
but if
Like,
you
it's
haven't
just-
grown up your whole life as just like a loner dick, then yeah, I can see how that wouldn't appeal to you. But I like it.
yeah, Monster Hunter World.
Yes.
That looked cool, but I'll probably never play it.
Hang on.
PC coming out on
Cross-play.
PC.
Capcom's running servers. You're able to cross-play this game.
Nice. PS4, Xbox One, PC.
PC.
Coming on everything. That's awesome. I'm not a Monster Hunter fan, but a lot of people are. Maybe I'll try it. You put a PC
I'm not a
version
Monster
out
Hunter fan at all.
Yeah, it's
But
Yeah,
I'll
it's,
try
it's, it's a little bit too spreadsheet simulator for me. It's too much math.
It really actually isn't, but it is. I know what you're
Yeah.
saying.
Because
it
that's
is all
the
about-
impression that I get. That's the barrier to entry that I see.
It's like Dark Souls, but for fighting monsters. And you're right though, because it's not actually like stat numbers and stuff, but it's like,
No.
okay, I
It's the
gotta
grind of the
use
game.
this item to get the monster stuck here, so I can do some damage, and it runs off to another area, so I gotta get a healing thing, and then I gotta use this environmental thing to put him down. So it's just like
Yeah.
crazy.
It's like I just want to
40
run in with
45
an
minute boss
automatic
battle.
weapon with explosive ammunition and just waste it. I don't. I
Monster
ain't
Hunter
got time
is-
for strategy. I just want to just go in guns a blazing,
Yeah.
and
Mon-
that's
Monster
why I
Hunter
play Fallout.
Is an action. It's action the grind, lather, rinse, repeat, lather, rinse, repeat, and just continue to do that over and over again.
Yeah. But getting new and better items and upgrading, I don't know, people are way into it. It's like Japan's #1 game, so.
It's fine. I've got a game
Yeah.
I want us to play that's basically the same thing but easier to get into.
Shadow
it's
of the
got guns.
Colossus?
No, it's in the actual regular notes, but we'll get to it later.
Okay. Shadow of the Colossus is getting remade for the PS4. You say, wait a minute, didn't they remake that for the PS3? They did, but this is not just an up-res. This is actually redone textures.
Yeah,
and
this
everything.
this is an actual like reboot.
Why? I
I don't know, but it looked really, really cool. I don't think I'll
does look
play
cool.
it, but it looked really, really cool.
I've played this game twice now. I don't need to play it a third time. Like,
I got
Anyway.
killed by the first Colossus and I stopped playing.
okay. But the first one's easy.
I played the PS3 version.
Oh, okay. The third one is the difficult one.
My
That's I
only-
think the third one's the flying one. Or is it the fourth
My
one?
only like point of reference for Shadow of the Colossus is other games saying we're kind of like Shadow of the Colossus, but for X. Like we're Shadow of the Colossus, but for VR or whatever.
Well, it's an
And
incredible
it
game.
has
There's like no dialogue. It's just yeah, it's great.
I do like
It's
the
all
idea
environmental
of you're
storytelling.
this like infinitely small thing and you're trying to take down this enormous like behemoth.
And it gets even cooler too because some of the Colossus near the end are just fucking fantastic. There's one that's just massive, like beyond all recognition. It's just awesome. It's a cool game. I like him. Anyway, they showed Call of Duty World War II multiplayer at this press conference.
And it's called Call of 2D.
I really don't care. I could care less, actually. I was like so hyped for them to do a World War II game, and then the trailer was just kind of like, this looks cool, but I don't know. Like they didn't really.
It's no
show
Battlefield
any-
1942.
Like it could be really cool, but I just wasn't hyped by the trailer. I don't know. Anyway. Just wait. I'm gonna be able to get that sick ass 420 sticker to put on the side of my Carabiner car 98K, and you know I can put a sticker on my helmet of my Nazi guy that says Hitler was right. Hey, it's accurate for the game, so it's not.
The Empire did nothing wrong.
Yep. Let's see here. So they showed a fuck ton of PSVR games.
They did
Which is
that.
pretty
Yep.
neat. Which is awesome. Skyrim VR,
Skyrim.
Bravo Team, a military shooter, Star Child, which is some weird color fun game. Inpatient, which is like a psychological thriller game, which looks kind of cool. Final Fantasy 15 fishing game called the Monster of the Deep. VR fishing with your favorite anime bros.
Okay,
That's
let's pause here. Which other property would you guys like to see a VR fishing game come out of? Me, I
Sonic.
would say World of Warcraft.
Big the cat. Big the cat.
Big
Bring it back. No, I think, dude, a World of Warcraft VR fishing would be awesome.
I would play it.
They'd just be like, it's just like the regular World of Warcraft game, but when you go into fishing, you got to put the goggles on, and then you can just
Yeah.
fish.
No, it's the same persistent world. It's the same,
Yeah.
like, $15 a month fee. But all you do when you put your Vive on is, all you
Oh,
can do
man.
is fish. That's
Now, I'm
all
gonna
you
tell
can
one thing
do.
right now.
And get
I
murdered
don't
by
have-
other people.
I don't have a VR headset. I don't plan on buying one in the future, near future, because I don't have $800. Sorry, to do it. I'm not a cool guy like you who can just be all cool and spend money on fun things.
Yep.
Just ride up
but-
on my motorcycle with my VR headset and my no responsibilities.
Whatever. I could buy one. I just would feel bad about it. But if they put World of Warcraft in VR, I would buy Vive in a heartbeat. And
Oh, dude,
resubscribe.
Vorpix. You can
Yep.
do it.
To be
You can do it on
able
Vorpix.
to be, you can.
Yeah.
I want
It's
to be
one
able
of
to
the
walk around in the
You
World of
do
Warcraft
have to
world.
pay, like, I think something like $40 for Vorpix, but WoW is one of the supported titles.
So I could go and go in WoW right now and like
Stereoscopic
walk around Orgrimmar
vision,
and look up.
head tracking. You'd still have, I think you still have to do the mouse and keyboard thing, but you have the
That's
head
fine.
tracking.
I don't care if I can walk around Orgrimmar. Oh, in VR, god damn, I would love it.
Yep.
Oh, because that's one thing that a lot of MMOs can do that other games can't, is just the scale of the world that you're in. Like,
Yeah.
just being able to, like... And World of Warcraft is one of the coolest... I could
Well,
talk
I've
for 20 hours
I've been
about
looking
World
into
of Warcraft,
Vorpix because I want to get it for my PUBG
but-
times.
Oh, God. I want to play a PUBG game with Matt in that. I'll be your like fucking blind man's.
I
like,
just want to
seeing eye
see
dog.
like when we're skydiving, if I'm in VR, if I just vomit all over the place. But
I think it'll be fun.
actually, I was thinking about doing that on big screen, which just like projects it onto this giant like movie theater style screen. But if I can do it on Vorpex, I want to do it on that because that'll give you stereoscopic vision. So if I get that, which is the price of a full price game, then maybe I'll try like a WoW demo with it and let you know.
Yeah,
how
it looks
goes.
like they definitely did World of Warcraft in VR because I'm watching a lot of videos of
Yeah, I've seen a couple of
people-
streams with that.
people putting it in the HTC Vive and playing. It actually sounds really cool. Just
I mean,
'cause
it's no
the
virtual
world
boy.
is no, but I feel like I'd almost want to play that though because that sounds pretty cool. Maybe that's something I'll have to look into. But can I register for my wedding for a Vive? Somebody pick me up a Vive.
Yes, you can.
All right.
Just
We're gonna move
register
on.
at GameStop or at Best Buy.
PSVR, final thing. Moss. Where you can, it's like a platform where you're controlling a little mouse adventure.
Oh, yeah,
that looks
yeah.
really
I
cool.
want to play that. I want to play that.
You can't.
don't
'cause
have
it's
a PlayStation.
only.
I want a,
They'll probably put it
little
out on
mouse
Vive.
friend. I want a little mouse friend.
God of War. There's not much to say. It looks cool.
It looks cool.
Coming out next year. They didn't really show
Was
much
that on
new.
this one?
They showed a lot last. Yeah, they showed a lot last E3, so this was just more of the same. Like it looks cool. All right, Detroit.
Detroit Become Human looks good.
It looks
It
weird.
got
It does
It
look
got-
weird.
That trailer was a
way
little bit too
different.
full of itself, I think.
It's Android.
I thought
AI
you were an
rights. I'm all for
android
that.
detective.
Well,
But now
last
you're-
year it was like super psychological, and now it's like
Yeah.
action explosions everywhere.
You're
Yeah.
Android Jesus, saving your people.
That sounds.
And Jesus.
Well, I mean, who? Someone I had talked about people who played it on the floor, and they were like, "Yeah, it's remember Heavy Rain? This is like Heavy Rain, but with androids." So, you know what? It could be good. People liked Heavy Rain. We got to move on to the show stealer, though. It did not have VR, but there is a Spider-Man game.
Spiderman. It was good.
That looks cool. That looks cool. Impressive. I was not expecting a game coming out in, the year of our Lord 2017 or maybe 2018, whenever this comes out.
Yeah.
That's going to have so many QuickTime events in it. That trailer had so many QuickTime events
Yes, it
in
did.
that.
Yes, it
was-
did.
What?
But that is like, if you're going to
That's
do
how-
a presentation like that, you want those cinematic moments.
I know.
In a way,
QuickTime
though,
events.
that's how Spidey sense works, though.
Yeah.
I guess.
Is
Well,
he
here-
feels that you got.
Here's my thoughts. I thought everyone jizzed their pants over this, and I was like, you know what? I would have impressed me more if they would have just shown the free Spidey swinging around in New York City in an open world. That would have impressed me more.
Okay,
'Cause
but
that is what I'm looking
when
forward
he
to.
is swinging around New York City, his webs
But
connect
was that
buildings.
an action set piece, or is that what it's going to look like in the real game? What? I don't really understand. They weren't very clear as to what it was going to be. I don't know. Anyway, it looks cool though. I'm just nitpicking. It looks awesome. I love Spider-Man game. But one of my favorite games of the 360 was the Spider-Man game that came out for the 360. Shit, which one was it? There was
You
four.
keep
actually.
mispronouncing Spiderman, and I don't know what you're trying
Ben
to say.
Spiderman.
Are you sure you're not talking about Spider-Man 2, the game, which is for the older systems?
No, it was a 360 game.
Web of Shadows?
It was. I
Friend or
think
foe?
no, it was. I think it was Web of Shadows,
Web of Shadows, Edge of Time,
not Edge of Time.
Shattered Dimensions.
World
Friend or
of
foe?
Spider-Man craft.
There was a million Spider-Man games. It was Web
Spider-Man
of
Spider-Man
Shadows.
3, Amazing
Web-
Spider-Man 2.
No, Web of Shadows is a legitimate
Spider-Man
awesome game.
Homecoming 2, World of
that
Amazing
the one-
Spider-Man, Gwen
Fred-
Stefani. No, wait.
Web of Shadows does have Venom in it, right?
Spider-Man Web of Shadows is awesome. It has Venom.
Venom
in it.
versus
It has,
Chaos for the Nintendo 64.
It has
No, Super
It's an
Nintendo.
open world game. It has Wolverine in it. No, the idea with Web of Chaos, not Web of Shadows, is cool because it's basically you can play as Dark Spider-Man or Good Spider-Man, and that was the two like tech trees that you could kind of go down. So you could kind of like fully embrace the I'm gonna be Dark Spider-Man and then get all the cool abilities that like beat the crap out of people and like blow up buildings. Or you could be good Spider-Man and not do that stuff. And I was bad Spider-Man. I got fucking made out with Black Cat. It was pretty awesome. No, but it's awesome. And Carnage shows up. It's an awesome game because it actually had really cool like story. I thought where it was like, hey, I'm turning into Venom and I'm shooting monster tentacles out now and killing people. And this is not what Spider-Man should do, but it makes the game easier. So it was kind of like a really cool gameplay. Like, I'm being a worse person, but it's easier to play, so it's kind of like a gameplay incentive to be bad, not just like
Fable.
You know what I mean? Like in a lot of times the game, like in Fable, like where it's like the game will just be like, well, you could get the bad ending or get the good ending, but in this game it's like, well, doing the bad stuff is badass, and you kind of want to do it because doing the good guy stuff is a little bit harder. So it actually kind of made the game a little bit more fun to play. Not to mention, if you're a bad guy points, you get to team up with Wolverine. If you're a good guy, you team up with fucking Moon Knight, and he's a boring loser that nobody likes.
Wolverine is not a bad man. I take exception to that.
Well, but he is like he's like an anti-hero.
He's done some bad
Logan.
things, though.
Yeah, but I saw Logan.
Anyway, spoilers.
Meow.
Okay.
Meow.
But Spider-Man looked really cool. I'm excited. They also showed Marvel vs. Capcom Infinite. TJ.
That was a thing, I guess.
Yep.
Hey, you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a fighting game. I'm not going to show any fighting at all in the trailer. And the game's coming out in 3 months. Like, what?
Well,
how is there no... There's no game. There's no gameplay.
They did not announce it here, and when they did announce, they did show fighting stuff. It's just here's the cinematic trailer to show you
the cinematic
integrated story, which no one cares about.
You got the story of the Marvel versus Capcom people. That's what you were waiting for, right? The story, the narrative,
or Chun-Li that looks like a 4-year-old's face pasted onto like a 32-year-old's.
The adult human male standing next to Mega Man. That's what you wanted, right?
I will say that the art style in this is not as exciting as it could be. It looks really weird. Chun-Li really looks monstrous, I've got to say. They could have done better. Anyway, we gotta move on. There's a fuck ton yet to talk about, and we're not even close to being done.
And now it's time for Nintendo.
What? What Nintendo? Is that what you're gonna say?
I'm just fucking with you.
What does Nintendo? All right, let's get through it. All right, so we'll start with me. Virtual Console is dead. They did not say this, but boy, does it seem like it based on some of the interviews I read.
But
can I give you let me take a poll of the TJs in the audience. Can I give John a half a point for the implied deadness of it?
It has been confirmed that Virtual Console is still going to exist separate from the games collection.
I don't think that's been confirmed, TJ.
That's been confirmed.
Fight!
I read the interview. Virtual Console Switch dead. I read an interview with Reggie where he specifically said, we're not talking about Virtual Console right now. They removed all mention of Virtual Console from the Nintendo Switch website.
They removed it from the talk of the paid online service because they don't want the games collection to be confused with Virtual Console.
Oh man, I don't know.
Take your half point, but we're gonna move on.
I got you.
I spilled a beer.
TJ, What are we gonna do with Matt?
All right, hang on. If they announce a virtual console game by the end of the year, you owe me half a taco.
Half a taco.
Half a taco.
All right, here we go. Let me ask here. All right,
Half
let
a
me
naked
read.
chicken.
Stephen Totillo, interviewing Reggie Fils-Aimé. Fils-Aimé? How do you say
Fils-Aimé.
it? Fils-Aimé.
Fils-Aimé.
Fees. Not
I like to
Fils-Aimé.
say it the French way.
Yeah. Reggie Fils-Aimé.
Sure.
Have you guys, Stephen Totillo, have you guys said if there's going to be, aside from all that, a virtual console experience? Reggie, we've not used the term virtual console. That was his response to that question.
Yeah.
Okay, but that's not a no.
Yeah, that's the Nintendo Weasel language that they always say.
The editor's note says, in a press release in February, Nintendo did use the term virtual console games. So they have used that term. Tutello, do you plan on to sell your older games to people? People got used to that with the Wii and Wii U as downloads. What we've said is that we communicate the specifics to Nintendo Switch Online service, and then at that point we'll communicate what we're doing with our Reddit, whatchamacallit. Oh, I just got 8 emails about PayPal from Microsoft unusual sign-in activity. God damn it.
Is it from that dollar that I sent you the other week?
We detected something unusual about a sign-in detail. We required an extra sign-in challenge.
John just got a identity theft.
It literally may have just happened to me.
You got identity thieves live on podcast.
I gotta do an IP lookup to where this is in the country. And I
Have
may
I
have
been
logged in
pwned?
with my...
Have I been phoned? Yeah.
I may have looked up...
Their website.
God damn it. TJ, you go on.
Yep. Okay. So moving
Go on without us. We're
No,
already
it's
dead.
fine. It's in
Lost
Delaware.
it. No.
That's where my
Okay.
local...
Delaware,
that's where
Russia?
That's where my... No, Delaware is where my work is, like, servers are located. Like, the...
Okay.
So that is just my work login. Weird that I would get it now, though. Oh, 4:35 p.m. I was at work when this email came through.
Pokemon Stars for the Switch. All we got was some Japanese guy saying, "We are making a Pokemon experience for the Switch." Back to you.
I think that's a point for me, baby.
I don't know, because I don't think it's going to be a third game in the Sun and Moon.
It doesn't matter. Everyone was like, they're not going to make a core Pokemon game for the Switch, and they totally are.
Can
I'll
we
take a half
compromise
point.
and make it a half point?
It's a half
Yep,
point.
half point. Done.
I should have just said a fucking core Pokemon game, because that's what I meant, you asshole.
Yeah.
Point stealer. All right.
Mario kisses real lady in trailer.
It did not happen. Mario
Didn't
did some
happen.
weird shit in that trailer. but he
Yes,
didn't
he
kiss a
did some
lady.
fucking weird mind control-y shit
Okay.
that has
we'll
a
talk
lot of
about that in a minute.
implications for the people whose minds were controlled. That
Would you say that his soul kissed that man that he controlled?
I would
He
not, John.
jumped into the body of a man?
I would not say that. I would say he dominated that person with some sort of mind. There was a mind dominance roll, and he rolled a 20.
All right, let's see here.
Hey,
Matt.
It's,
Yep, go.
it's fine. I'll go pick up little Billy from the school. It's me, Mario. Yeah, dude was just mind his own business. He's gonna go pick up his kid from
Hey,
school,
hey,
and now he's
darling,
Mario.
I will be home to you in 15. Oh my God, my brain is not my own.
TJ. Or
No,
Matt.
SN-
No, yeah, sorry. SNES Classic, no announcement. Matt, you got
Yes.
all zeros.
Well,
no Nintendo
so did
mobile
you.
game. No I got a half a point,
It counts as 0 in my book.
even though I deserve a full point for that
Half a
Pokemon
point.
Stars. TJ's going after semantics here.
Yep.
All right. Mario Maker 2, Zelda Maker, no. Star Fox game, no. TJ, Smash Brothers remastered this year.
Dead.
Narp.
I can't believe they didn't announce this.
Yeah.
New Metroid game 2.5D announced, though. That is
Holy
100%
crap.
happening.
Half. Is it 2.5D though? I must.
It is, actually.
It
There
is
this-
actually.
There is literally... They're remaking Metroid Prime 2 in 2.5D for the 3DS. I
So
believe.
Well,
not
it
new.
really only affects you, John. But
I'm counting that this is a new game. That
Yeah.
it's such a crazy, and they actually announced 2 games. They did announce a new Metroid Prime game.
Metroid
so
Prime 4.
They just
They
all
showed
the
words.
Metroid.
They showed words and everyone lost their mind, and I'm just like,
there
okay.
were
TJ
words.
TJ does get to keep his job though. There was no
Yeah.
SNES Classic announcement. And no, they did not tease the Pokemon on Switch. They actually told us
Narp.
they were making one. But so
Yep.
where are we at points wise? Because we still have one final section.
Well,
we do.
yeah, we've got the
Oh.
general predictions.
But you
Actions,
gotta-
actions.
Oh, we're gonna go right into that before you total up the points. Total up the points before you get to general.
I did.
No, for Nintendo.
And total of the points is John's got 4, Matt has 4.5, and TJ has 4.5.
it's neck and neck.
It
couldn't have
is.
planned
It's
this any
way
better.
closer than I would have thought.
I know.
We could probably do a whole episode on the Nintendo thing. We can wait on that, especially because it's getting late.
No, because
Yeah,
I got
I think
all
if
of
they-
these right. All of them completely correct.
Yeah. Well, let's talk about the Nintendo next week. There's a lot
Yeah.
of shit to go over
There's a lot.
on this. I just want to say quick highlights. Rocket League Switch, fuck yeah.
Holy crap! With
That
crossplay.
That Mario trailer, incredible.
Yes.
They announced a whole bunch of reboots of franchises. They're
I
really
puts the
going
hat
hard.
on I puts the hat on the frog, and now I'm the frog.
What?
I
is
dominate the
gonna happen?
frog, and I own
I'm-
its soul, and I banish it to the sunken place.
It's
So,
me, T-Rex.
Somebody on Twitter gave the secret final ending to the game, and that is Mario throws his hat on Peach at the end, and turns into Peach and marries Luigi, and the game is over.
Bullshit.
The Mario x Luigi
So here's
shipping
the
will
thing.
continue.
Here's the thing that I didn't understand about that trailer. What did Bowser's hat claim Mario as his own, or is Mario's hat a separate hat than Bowser's hat? Because it
I
kind of
honestly
seemed
don't
like
know.
it kind of seemed like Bowser threw his hat at Mario, and he was like, "Hey, I want to be with you, Mario, not this fucking dinosaur." And I wanna dominate creatures for you, and I want to control their minds and manipulate them into killing their friends for you, Mario.
There's a T-Rex that you can mind control.
Hang on. Worst. I'm gonna fill in.
There's
on
a
John's
jazz
thing earlier.
concert.
So you're talking about Mario and Luigi shipping will continue?
Yeah,
It's not incest if you can't procreate.
that's right. It's just two boys loving each other.
He's just lost
alright.
in that mansion,
so-
and Luigi has to find him. He has to find him.
I
We'll
do want
talk
to hit one
about
thing. One
Go.
thing with Mario Odyssey. Pauline is both the mayor of New Donk City, and what it looks like she was the jazz singer, wasn't she? Pauline was the
I
damsel from
wonder if
Donkey
that
Kong.
is intentionally the same person, or if it's just Nintendo
it-
has a specific amount of people that look like real people that they.
It
can
is
use in their
100%. Pauline has been confirmed is the mayor of New Donk City. That's Pauline, man.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's get to the general predictions.
Yes.
But the Mario Odyssey stuff has brought me so much closer to buying a Switch. Between that and Breath of the Wild, I want it. I just don't know if I can afford it.
That's fine. We'll play ARMS when I come up there. You'll have fun.
Yes.
Yeah.
Boop, 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 boop.
General predictions.
General predictions.
John had a bunch. So let's see. Some developer will make a big deal about game playable offline.
That did not happen.
Wrong.
I thought they were
Wasn't a
going to try and push
Big
back.
deal. Yeah.
Someone will make a joke about Snoop Dogg smoking weed. Nope.
Wrong.
on
Although-
Twitter.
He was zoomed in on a press conference, though. Someone saw him was
Yeah.
cheering.
Red
Strike
Dead Redemption
through.
P-
Nope.
Red Dead Redemption
Let me
PC
see.
version announced? No.
Brand new
Wrong.
esports game we've never heard of before, but pushes esports hard.
Hey, it's wrong.
It's it's so generic for me
Yeah.
to have said that.
Yeah,
It's
you
hard
probably
because
shouldn't have done that. You shouldn't have done
They
that.
did. They did push some esports hard on that. Whatchamacallit?
Battlefront 2?
Yeah, a little bit, but not as hard as I would have expected.
Yeah.
No, they did push hard esports on what's it called? The PC gaming show, which had
I didn't end up
a
watching
lot
that,
of
but
esports stuff.
Nobody watched that.
There's Echo Arena. I know it's tough. I'm gonna give myself a quarter of a point.
I mean, Quake Champion kind of a little bit.
It
Well,
was, but that game
I've
we
got to
already
do
knew
it
about.
then too.
Yeah.
I've got to give you a quarter of a point. And I don't know if I want
Alright.
to do that.
We'll do a 0.5.
Okay, it's fine.
I
Giving
don't
you
think
a
I'm
quarter
gonna
of a
even win with
point.
0.5.
All right,
All right, 2 quarters equals 1 point equals 0.5.
Matt. CD Projekt Red Cyberpunk game not announced at all.
Yeah.
Not announced at
Red
all.
Dead
Yep.
Redemption 2 delayed.
That is a full ass point.
No, that happened before though. That happened before you even said that.
Yeah.
The CD Project Red thing?
No, the Red Dead.
RDR.
Oh, sorry.
No,
the
no, no.
Cyberpunk
The
CD Projekt
first
Red.
thing is a full point. The second
That
thing,
is a
I
full
don't
point.
give a shit.
That is a full point. Matt's gonna win this thing.
And I was half asleep, but guess what? Nintendo did hold a lame Splatoon 2 esport event.
I thought that they had announced that ahead of time, but maybe not. I guess
I don't
not.
think they did. I don't think they announced it.
I think
until
I
they
just
had the,
assumed it was going to happen. So.
they had an
Oh,
ARMS
you know
one,
what?
too.
You're right. You're right. I think they announced ahead of time they were going to do an ARMS one because
Yep.
ARMS was going to come out this week, and I
There were,
wasn't
like,
sure
3
they were going
different
to do
events.
Splatoon. Yeah, Splatoon 2. So many esports teams for a game that's not out for fucking 2 months. Like what?
Yeah,
Hey,
exactly.
Hey guys. Hey guys.
Yeah.
And at the end of the general predictions thing, John has 4 1/4 points. Matt
4.5
has 5
points.
Matt has 5.5 points, and TJ has 5.5 points.
Oh!
Which means that in the great E3 predict off, John will be buying Taco Bell for all.
All right. Let me get a couple wrap-up things. Number 1, our point totals were so low, this was pathetic. This was a pathetic E3 for all of us involved.
I just want to
Well,
say, I seem to get a lot of half points throughout this whole thing, where other people were getting full points.
Look, you had so many more predictions than I had.
That's
You
fair
just
enough.
were throwing spaghetti at the wall and none of it stuck.
You're totally
And I
right,
can't be held
actually, 'cause
responsible
I had like
for that.
100 predictions, and I set the lowest point total.
And I had 4.5. And I
Look,
won
I had
all
a dream
of
of a
them.
better world, Matt.
So, I want to give my
Where my children
general-
will not be judged by the council that they play on.
So, E3 this year for a lot of people was very underwhelming. People announcing things that we've already knew were coming out.
Yeah.
Basically just a lot of letdown. And I'm gonna come at you, our listeners, and tell you this directly, like I'm continuing the Nintendo Direct thing. This year's E3, and it might just be because they've opened it up to the public again. This year they seem to be selling a lot of, here's what we got for you this year. It's not, in years past, it's been, here's hype this, hype that, we're kind of making this, this might come out the following year or the year after, we're in the middle of this, and just throwing hype. This year, it's just, here's what we got for you, here's what we can get you, because we know you're not dumb and we know you're. If we just tell you pipe dreams, you will basically bash us about this for 3 years because
Yeah.
that's what happens. And I like this. I like that I know this is what I can get my hands on this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's kind of cool that we're seeing stuff that's definitely coming out like really soon rather than just being like, hey, maybe we'll have some stuff in the
Well,
future.
it
Here's a
seems
trailer.
like people have taken cues from the Fallout 4 announcement of, hey, and also it's out later this year, and
Yeah.
the Sony announcement last year of, here's just a bunch of shit that you can play later. We're not gonna waste time talking about it on stage. Here's some cool stuff. Bye.
Yeah, it's
mean,
just kind of like,
even the 2018 announcements is stuff that's probably going to come first quarter, second quarter of 2018, before next year's E3, which is nice.
I really want to play that God of War.
I think what really kind of bummed me out about this whole like E3 experience this year was just kind of like, it doesn't feel like everyone's together. You know, EA made their show like a different thing. Nintendo didn't even have like a full press conference. Nintendo press conferences were the best thing, TJ. They were the cringiest fucking things. You had fucking Miyamoto playing air saxophone. You know,
Yep.
we had really weird. We had Cammy Dunaway. You know,
We had
they
that
had
really,
Wii,
really bad
like,
translator that was
yoga
totally out of
stuff.
his depth.
Skyward Sword motion tracking not working properly.
Oh my god, so many awesome memories of those press conferences for Nintendo, and it's changed. I know a lot of people were bitching about them letting the public in. I think that people were like, "Oh," I saw people being like, "Well, finally, other people can get in." It's like, yeah, but it really sounds like they didn't make any plans for having more people, and they just kind of set everything up like it used to be, and so
it
everything
really
was like
seemed
way
like they
too
were
crowded.
doing all the same stuff.
Yeah, nobody was prepared for the amount of people that showed up, I think, and that was the problem. It would have been fine if they were like PAX and had planned everything out and gotten more stations and got more space for everybody, but it sounds like, I mean, I heard someone talk about the merch shop. Everything was sold out in the first like 3 hours. They had dumb t-shirts like I was at E3 2017, all this dumb shit. You know, like pro gamer with like an arrow pointing up to the face. Like all those terrible t-shirts and stuff sold out in like an hour. Like, so they got a mass amount of people showing up for that thing, and nobody was ready, basically. So,
Yeah.
I was really worried watching that EA press conference that it was going to be basically like, oh, okay, so every press conference is going to have this horrible YouTuber presence of people talking about games. And I was like, please no. And then they didn't really do it after that.
Look, game manufacturers, some of us are over 30 and we don't know who these people are. So you got to talk to us too. You got to talk to us too.
Yeah. Can I say that I have an absolute, like, super not secret crush on Janina Gavankar, the lady who is going to be in Battlefront 2 is like the main character.
That's fair enough.
Something about a scary lady who's part of the Empire is just right up my alley, I guess. You know? No, she was awesome, though. I remember remarking to my brother who was watching them with the press conferences with, just being like, she's doing a better job than most of the other people they have.
Yeah.
Be like, maybe
The funny thing with her, though, was like, I get that you're like, you're an actor doing your job and you're like a very magnetic person, but this is still cringy somehow, and it's just like, why are video game conferences always this way? Like, why is anyone
I thought it got
standing on
above
stage?
the cringe level, but I see where you're coming from. I mean, to be fair, 5 years ago, Nintendo had like models with 3DSs strapped to them walking around. Like,
and to be fair, I'm not levying any sort of criticism on her. I'm just like
No.
saying, why is this a thing with video game presentations where there's just this weird uncanny valley where like
Yeah.
people talking on stage just seems so incredibly off.
Yeah, which is what's one of the cool things about the Nintendo announcements is that they just kind of get through
Yeah.
it. Like, boom, 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 boom. Here's all the stuff. All right, 30 minutes over, we're out. Like, you get all the stuff you need to know. No weird fucking press conference bullshit. This wasn't as fun as it was. Like, I think one of my favorite press conference years was the PlayStation 4 Xbone release year, when they were like basically like Sony just straight up was ripping on Microsoft during their press conference, and
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they
Microsoft
went
had all the
like
terrible
they went
Xbox One
after
stuff.
Microsoft had already presented, right? So they were able to tailor.
Yes.
Their...
And the industry report is that Microsoft's price was what, 500 when it launched,
Yes.
and
with Kinect.
it came with a Kinect, and that Sony specifically put the price 100 lower once they found that out. Like, they hadn't settled on a price until that day. They were going for the undercut.
I am still surprised that Microsoft is just abandoning the Kinect, because I've seen a ton of like hacker projects where
Yeah.
you use the Kinect for full motion VR body tracking, and it's like you could definitely like alley-oop that into like a full VR body tracking thing.
I think it's
But
a really
you're just
cool piece of
letting
technology.
it, like-
It just was too expensive, and there wasn't enough game.
It was cool.
content.
It was too expensive, and it was too weird to have on at all times in your home. But if you put it into a room that's specifically for like VR gaming, then suddenly that's not weird anymore.
Yeah.
Suddenly having something tracking your physical position in this room doesn't like set off alarm bells anymore.
Yeah. All right, we gotta end. We're done with time, but we got through everything at E3. We'll be back next week. Matt wanted to talk about face mites, so I'll tan to Science Corner for next week about the tiny little like multi-celled organisms, or are they single-celled? They're multi-celled, right?
They're multi-celled. They're arachnids.
Yeah, they're like little bugs that live
They're little
on your
spiders
face.
that fuck on your face.
I'll just say right now that on your eyelashes right now, there's probably some weird caterpillar-looking motherfucker banging another one right now.
Yep.
So that's happening. But we'll talk about that more next week. TJ, I'm gonna switch it up. Matt, you get to go last.
So
Son
you
of
can
a
catch me
bitch.
over on the Twitters, over at mayofmay84, over on Twitch, twitch.tv/mayofmay. Over on my profile, there is a link to the Discord, which if you guys want to start playing Phantasy Star Online again,
Yes.
I will start setting up links. We'll pick one
Are
particular
you talking
server.
about the PC version, right?
Yeah, we'll do
Yeah, I
both
have that
burps.
installed. I'll have to play that.
Yeah. We gotta pick the same server because there are multiple.
Yeah, we could
But-
stream that though. That'd be kind of fun.
We definitely could.
All right.
Matt,
I like to play video games. I also have made a bit of a splash in the GIF community. So you'll find that on Reddit. But what you should really do is go on Spotify and search for Matt Haig Music. And before you leave for work in the morning, just put it on loop. Because I'll get that paper. And dogs and cats.
That's illegal. That's illegal. You can't
No.
tell people to stream it. What you could? Nope. I think you're getting into it. You got your pets at home. They're gonna be lonely. Put on Matt's music on repeat.
Yeah,
Let's keep the pets company.
it's specifically designed for pet companionship. So just put it on loop on Spotify, Matt Haig Music, and your cats will be more enlightened, your dogs will be less needy, and everyone will love you.
Yep. I'm John_Danger on Twitter. Website is borntheighties.net. And my final thought this week is, come on, people. Let's all get along.
So when are we
No need for
starting the
violence.
episode?
Welcome to Born in the 80s, episode 271.
Bye-bye, everybody.
I'm your host, John Rowe. We're doing a back-to-backer. No, we're not. I gotta go to bed.
Do you think Janina Gavankar will marry me?
I'm gonna look her up.
Things have not
What's she
worked
do-
out with Asunko.
It's time to cyberstalk this
Oh,
lady.
and for John, something poop all over my butt.
Oh, she's been in a bunch of stuff. Oh, she's old as fuck. Yes.
And that's where I'm ending it.